appointment. Yet you seek an audience with Mystic Carrion.
Oh, not him. Carrion calls himself a spirit medium. His morbid services are something of a fad among the nobility.
You are drawn to me, a wanderer bearing the scent of death. You are familiar with the necromancy of Fae.
The book radiates power. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind.
Few books have the power to send a shiver through the living and the dead. Tell me, what did you make of its contents?
You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power.
Oscar, if you're still in there, listen to my voice. This is not you. Please let me help you.
It's your gold I love, Hogwife. But all the riches in Faerun would not be enough to make a life with you worth living.
You! Help subdue him, but be gentle. He's not to blame.
I'm afraid my heart simply isn't in it.
I hesitate to say it, but I think you're right. Something supernatural has taken hold of him. Oscar has been possessed. I need someone to look into this quietly. It's the only chance he has.
My professional services are available to you. Should you be prepared to do something for me?
Mystic Carrion, you're working for him?
Return Thrumbo's body to me. Then I will give you what you need to cleanse Oscar of his spectral interloper.
He murdered me. Murdered my friends, snatched us right up from the dockside and made us these things. Gods, how I'd love to smash that bastard jar. That's how you kill mummy lords, you know.
Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderellimouse and I'm back with Baldur's Gate 3. We're in Act 3 and I'm currently doing the Free the Artist quest along with many others, as is the way with Baldur's Gate 3. But you can see here kind of what we've got in progress. So as I say, we're doing the Free the Artist quest and we've discovered that Oscar is possessed by a ghost and we have figured out that he's been working with this kind of mystic who is a lich called Mystic Carrion, who kind of got him cursed. Like the seance that he was trying to do went a little bit wrong and he's now being kind of like haunted by this ghost. So we've cleared the house of most of the ghosts and we're currently talking to some of the zombies who have run away from Mystic Carrion because he's kind of an evil guy. He murdered these men and turned them into zombies to kind of like make them work for him, basically be his slaves. So 4 zombies ran away. We found out that the lich himself, Mystic Carrion, is immortal because he's put his vital organs in canopic jars. So we're currently looking for the canopic jar that holds his heart. We have one of his jars already, which we got from the graveyard, the kind of where they prep the bodies, the morgue in the graveyard. So we do actually have Mystic Carrion's lungs, but we're looking for his heart because this is what we need to destroy if we're going to be able to kind of rid him for good. We want to be on the zombies side here. And then hopefully we can also figure out a way to get rid of this possession and free the artist from his curse, and hopefully let his wife decide what she wants to do with him, because I don't really like Oscar very much, but you know, it's her decision, so we'll see how that goes. So what we need to do next is head down to the sewers. Now there's lots of reasons to go down to the sewers. We know that the Temple of Baal is somewhere down there. We know that there's several different threads, like I think the Stone Lord is hiding in the sewers, who we know is Minsk now. So there's a lot of quests that are taking us underground underneath the city of Baldur's Gate. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're heading. So how do I want to get in there is the question. Oh, we have a way in here already. City sewers. Let's go. So this is pretty much where when we did Astarion's quest and we killed Cazador, freed all the children, they all headed to the sewers because they're like little vampire children now, to kind of like feed on the rats and stay out of the sunlight. So this is where we had a quick chat with Gandrel. So we've been this way before. This is kind of like leading back to sort of previous areas that we've seen in previous videos. But there's a lot of this area that we haven't discovered yet. We haven't been over here, so that is what we're up to. Let me just ungroup Astarion, because if I go, right, okay, hot tip here, if you have something like the Blood of Lathander equipped, which gives you this aura of sunlight, if you go near Gandrel and the vampire children, they're going to take that as an attack, right? The kids are going to disappear, Gandrel's going to attack us. So I need to make sure I remember to keep Cordia well away from them. But Astarion should be able to go up there and just have a quick check-in with them. You know, he is kind of responsible for this whole situation. So let's see how they're getting on.
I do not know if this is more blessing or curse, but it is at least something. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you as well, guys, for being patient with me over Christmas, because I know my videos have been very, very scattered recently. I've also got into Divinity Original Sin, which is another Larian game, so the same developer as Baldur's Gate 3. If you're interested in Baldur's Gate 3 and you really love this game and you're like, I want more from this studio, they have announced a new Divinity game. Now, Divinity is their original IP, it's their baby, and there's a lot of Divinity games, but they've said to specifically, if you're looking to learn some of the lore, they've said to specifically look at Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2. So I currently have a playthrough of Divinity Original Sin with very dodgy audio and no webcam on my channel, so you can go and check that out if you want to. Please be patient with me sorting out the audio. It's kind of like, it's a different setup to what I usually use, so it's kind of like a work in progress. But if you want to come along for the ride and check out those videos and discover some of the lore of the next Larian game, you're welcome to join me. And yeah, let's keep it moving. I need to finish one Larian game, one gigantic Larian game, before I start another. I think it's going to be about 4 years until we actually see the release of the game, though, so
Let's get going.
we do have time. All right, let's head over this way and see what is in this area here.
That might be worth a look.
Oh, found something already. Sweet. I'm very, very excited about the new Divinity game. I've got a trailer reaction video if you want to go and check that out. Yeah, I'm hyped. I think it's going to be dark, though. You know, like, I don't know why people are shocked by the trailer, because if you've played Baldur's Gate 3 and paid attention, there's so many gross things in it, especially at the beginning with like the worm going into the eye and like pulling out that guy's brain out of his head, out of his skull. Like, there's so many, like, and if you've played Act 3 and you've seen people turning into mind players, like, oh, shout out Stranger Things as well. I'm so hyped for the last episode of that. I've been rewatching the whole series, and yeah, I'm really excited for the final episode. I have so many theories, and all my theories have been correct, by the way, so far. I had like a massive argument with my family. I don't want to do any spoilers if you've not seen the new season, so don't worry about that, but I had a massive argument with my family after the first like 3 or 4 episodes that they released first of season 5, because I was like, I was right and I was saying they were in something and they were saying they were out something, and I was like, no, they're in something. And yeah, I was proven correct, obviously. And so I've got a lot of theories. I've put all the jigsaw pieces together. I've put the timeline in order. I know what's happening, and I've been trying to like explain it to people. If you want me to do like a what the feck is going on with Stranger Things video, let me know in the comments. No promises. Oh, hang on, there's a familiar face over here, Arabella. So yeah, like, back to my original point. Larian games, Baldur's Gate 3 is gross. I don't know what game you lot have been playing if you were shocked by that trailer. I mean, it was a very shocking trailer. I think they did it on purpose, to be honest, to make a big impact. and to really say what they're, I think as well, Lorien are saying, Ogre Boy, great name, so just on the name of the corpse. Lorien are making a big statement with this trailer because I think there has been a very sensitive, cautious approach by a lot of game studios and kind of like TV and movies, where, you know, they treat the audience like babies, and, you know, they shy away from anything that's gonna, I don't know, up the age rating, or I don't know, it's kind of like they've babyfied media in recent years. And I look to, and I know I talk about Veilguard a lot, I know I'm an EA Game Changer ad, but I think people were hugely disappointed by that because it really felt dumbed down. It really felt like they were treating the audience like we were children instead of full-grown adults who have made a decision to purchase a game. And I don't know, I think Lorien is saying we're not that. Right, we are prepared to go to those darker storylines. We are prepared to be shocking because the world is shocking. If you watch the news, the world is horrific, and it's like, why are we not talking about these things in media, right? In games, TV shows. Why is it like we're suddenly like fairy taled our experience through the things that we watch and engage with? It's like we've got this kind of nanny state kid glove approach to the audience when we know what's happening in the world and we know it's dark. And I think it's cathartic to explore those things through computer games and through media. So yeah, I think Lorien is making a big statement there about saying, you know, the gloves are off, you know, we're going to talk about those dark things that often get brushed under the rug in polite everyday conversation and in the news. So yeah, I'm on their side. I'm Team Lorien. And I know there's been some stuff about AI as well. A big reaction about because they said that they're using Gen AI to explore concepts and explore ideas. What they're not doing, which I think is, a lot of people are getting very confused about, what they're not doing is replacing artists or stealing artists' work. They're literally using it like a mood board. Like Sven's come out and talked about this quite freely, and I know there's a strong voice out there that says any use of Gen AI is bad because it's so harmful to the environment. It really impacts local communities. I agree. I'm not defending the misuse and you know, the bad things about Gen AI, but I think we can have like a nuanced discussion. I don't think everything has to be black and white, good and evil, right? That is childish. That is a children's superhero movie, right? You've got the good guy and the evil guy. Nothing's good or bad. Everything is like nuanced. So I think with Gen AI, with it being this new technology, there's a lot of big companies that are really jumping on board because they don't want to be left behind, because it's like we need to keep up with the competitors. So I think every company is using Gen AI pretty much, especially the big companies, and I think they just don't talk about it because they know there'll be an audience backlash. And I think that's where I need to give credit to Lorien for being honest and open. I don't think they're doing anything different than any other studio. Well, actually I do. I think their approach is better, and I'll kind of explain why. I do think we need regulation regarding, because it's this new technology, right, that everybody's kind of like flocking towards. It's causing a lot of problems. I know there's that RAM problem. People can't buy, you know, storage space for the computers because the AI companies are gobbling it all up. And then, like I say, the environmental impact is a huge concern. People losing their jobs is a huge concern. So I really do think we need regulation around it. Like, the regulation is not keeping up with the progress that the tech companies are making. So obviously it needs regulation, but I do think that with regulation, this is an advancement of technology that is going to happen. There's no stopping it. And so rather than being like all Gen AI is bad, we need to talk about how do we approach Gen AI in a mature, responsible way. I do think, you know, to an extent, I think that is what Larian are trying to do. So, like I said, they're using it like mood boards, and it's kind of that process of, I have this idea, I have this story I want to tell, I have this scene I want to show. Let's look at ideas of how we can do that. It's literally no different than, like, and I know people say, like, Gen I is stealing people's art, and I mean, quite literally, yeah. But it's not really any different than the creative progress that we do naturally. Like, anything we create in our minds is basically stuff that we've absorbed and reconfigured into our own imagination and our own retelling of that thing. You know, there's nothing new under the sun, you know? So that's literally the process. So I might be like, oh, I want to do this art piece, but I've been influenced by other people's art styles, other people's ideas, stories, scenes that I've seen in movies, right? There is visual things that pop into my head when I'm trying to create an art piece, and I just kind of reform those into my original idea. AI is just a computer version of that. And yeah, I think there's some irresponsibility with, you know, feeding people's art into it when they haven't volunteered that art to be used. You know, literally stealing people's art, that's bad. But like I say, it's literally just a computer version of the creative process that we do in our minds. I think there is a problem where companies scrap the creative process entirely and outsource that to AI, because I think the human touch is what makes things engaging to humans. I don't think AI has that kind of depth. I think it has surface level depth. I think it's very glib and convincing, but then you scratch under the surface and it just doesn't have that human resonance that people and creatives are so good at engaging with. And so, like I say, what I understand from Larian Studios is that they are not replacing any jobs. They've got something like 70 concept artists who literally do all the concept art. There's going to be no generative AI in the final product. All the concept art is done by concept artists. All that's happening with the Gen I is they're using it like a Google search, you know, like a Google image search. They're saying, hey, I've got this idea. Can you collect all this information? Can you give us an idea of what this is going to be? And they're taking that mood board to the creatives and saying, this is what I'm trying to achieve here. So it's kind of like if I was a story writer, if I had an idea of a scene in my head, but I don't have art skills, right? That's not my job. I'm the storyteller, I'm the writer, not the artist. But I'm going to go to an artist and try and explain to them what I'm seeing in my head. I can do it with words, but if I have reference images, so say for example, I was creating this coat, Astarian's jacket, I'd be like, okay, I'm seeing a red formal outfit. It's going to be a bit silky, but it's going to have a pattern to the fabric. It's going to have some gold detail on it. But maybe I've got a really specific thing in my head. I could go and find a picture of a historical outfit, or I could go and find a character from another game and say, this on the arm here this is what I've got in mind. You know, this is the kind of fabric I was thinking of. This is the kind of pattern. Like, I can't draw it, I can describe it, but it's better if I can give you a visual of what I'm thinking. And so I think that's the process that they're doing. Again, I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes. I'm not affiliated with Larian at all. I just listened to what Sven had to say about it. And I do, in Larian we trust as well. Like, I do trust that, you know, while we can all agree that maybe currently the use of Gen I is very questionable because of things like the environmental impact. People are not losing their jobs at Larian. There is going to be no Gen I in the final product. They've confirmed this. Like, I think if you've played a Larian game, if you've engaged with their studio at all, like, and the leadership as well, like, they value the human touch. They understand how important it is to the storytelling and the success and the engagement of their game that a human is doing it, a human that understands nuance, because there's so much nuance to the story of Baldur's Gate 3. Like, they're not just going to outsource that and ruin the company by using Gen I that has no depth. They're not stupid, right? In Larian we trust, but I do think we need global regulation of the use of Gen AI and these tech companies that are just gobbling up resources and may not be very good. I don't know, what's the word? They may not be very responsible in the impact and the harm that they're doing to the environment and to the world, but that's on the companies that are producing the Gen AI, right? It's not on the user. Maybe it is a little bit, to be fair, you can boycott things and stuff like this, but I think for me it's like TV, right? There was a big outcry when TVs were invented. People were like, oh god, it's brain rot. Yeah, honestly. But now we all use TVs. You know, people like smartphones are going to fry your brain cells. They're going to like radiate your brain, give you brain damage. Don't use phones. We all use phones, right? Hoovers. I'm sure people are like, oh, Hoovers, the housewives are going to get lazy and have affairs. We all use Hoovers. Like, it's just the new technology, and we need to be responsible about our approach to it. But it doesn't mean we can't stop the ball from rolling now. It's already rolling. So regulation is where it's at. So rather than kind of being snide to individuals and companies who are using Gen AI, maybe redirect that, like, that passion and send it to your local representatives. You know, send it to the people who can do the regulation and can make an impact, because a lot of the time I think politicians don't really know a lot of the problems, you know, until people raise those problems to them. So I don't know, use your voice meaningfully is what I want to say. That is my rant. I'm 20 minutes in and I haven't done anything. Arabella, my namesake, hi.
Arabella seems not to notice you as you approach. She's as intent on examining a peculiar stone as she is unbothered by the corpses littered on the ground.
Arabella?
Hey! I had a feeling you'd show up. It's sort of our thing, like it's fate or something. Check out the stone. It's magic. Incredible, right?
One last thing and then we'll move on properly. Some people are going to watch this and they're going to feel really, really triggered because they're going to be like, you support Gen AI. No, I'm just realistic and I have a nuanced opinion about it. And I know that's complicated for some people. I know some people really like a black and white argument. They really like to know which side of that fence they need to be on. I'm a Libra. I've got so much Libra in my chart. I'm always middle ground. I think we need more middle ground in the world. I think the world is sick of having polarized me versus them opinions. It doesn't help matters. It's childish. It's naive. Let's be mature, reasonable adults and look at things in detail and look at where the good is, where the bad is, what needs to be done. And I think I feel like, do you know what I feel like right now? It's not a good look, you know? Oh, what's her name? She talks like this. She's like, parlay. You know, she was kind of like, there's that clip of her being like, let's all be grown-ups about it. I feel like that, but it's true, right? I'm not defending that, but I think when it comes to Gen AI, when it comes to anything in this world at the moment, can we just be mature and just have a nuanced discussion and stop with, you know, the old-fashioned cancel culture, which doesn't help anyone. It just brushes things under the rug instead of actually solving a problem. And I don't think that is where we're going in the future. I think the future is nuance. I think the future is maturity. At least I hope it is. So if you want to cancel Larian for using Gen AI, I think you're going to find that you're going to have to cancel pretty much every single company on the planet soon. I think most companies, 95% of them are using Gen AI, and maybe somewhere in the process, and they're just not telling you. They're just not honest about it. Larian's honest, right? And I think that's a really good green flag, because they respect the consumer enough to be honest, and they respect the consumer enough to understand that nuanced approach. They've not lied to us, you know? That's got to be stamped as something. And like I say, ideally I would have loved for them to come out and say, I'm not using Gen AI at all. I don't think they need to. But I don't want to see Gen AI in games, right? At least not at this point, not on the timeline that we're on right now. It may be in the future with regulation. I think there is an opportunity for it. I had this discussion in one of my videos because I'm excited for Gen AI. I think it's actually going to be really, really good once it develops further with regulation and stops stealing people's jobs. I think there is a space for it. We need to do it responsibly. I think it's a tool like any other tool, but I don't want it in games. I wouldn't buy Divinity if it was just AI slop. I literally wouldn't. And the thing is as well, people I keep ranting about this. I will move on in a sec. People keep going on about AI, like AI this, AI that. It's always been AI. It's Gen AI that people don't like. There's always AI in computer games. If you've played The Sims, if you played The Sims 1, when a sim is stood there and you turn on autonomy and they go, oh, I'm hungry, I'm gonna die if I don't eat, I need to go and get some food. That's AI programming. That's artificial intelligence. You know, they've coded it so that a sim is gonna go, I'm hungry, I need to do an activity that's gonna satisfy that hunger. What activity satisfies that hunger? It's called like broadcasting or advertising or something like that. The object is literally like, hey, I'll satisfy your hunger, and the sim is like, oh, that's what I need to do. So AI is nothing new. We've had AI since like the 80s, I guess, probably before that. But generative AI, because it's so new, because it's so unregulated, this is where we're having a few problems. So don't get your knickers in a twist. Like, I don't, again, that sounds condescending. I don't mean it to. I'm just really tired of like the woke brigade. Like, and I'm a very woke person. I'm a very liberal person. But, you know, when people get like almost militant about it, to me, it's really childish. It's like bandwagoning. It's like, I don't want to think for myself. I just want to cancel everything. I don't know. Like I say, I think nuance, there's good stuff to it, there's bad stuff to it, and we need to find that middle ground and regulate it. Anyway, I feel like I'm going to get cancelled for saying all this, but honestly, like Larian, I need to be honest on my channel. I don't want to pander to the maddening crowd. I don't want to dismiss the legitimate problems that we have, as I've already mentioned, the environmental impact, people losing their jobs, which Larian has made clear is not happening. And, you know, the problems with it, we need to be responsible and clear-sighted enough to see them and name them and pressure for that regulation, not cancel everybody for playing around with this new tool that's been invented. Right? I do think the tech companies who are pushing this, the tech companies really need to be the ones that are held responsible, because they've seen an opportunity to make money and they're like gobble gobble, you know. So really it's the big tech companies that are creating this, offering this, standing to profit really greatly from it, that are the main potential villains of the story. That's where the regulation needs to be. All right, moving swiftly on. Honestly, if you're cancelling Larian over Gen AI, why are you watching this video at this point? Don't know. Bye. Those of you who are capable of a mature, complex, like holding complex ideas in your brain, let's continue. Okay. I want to study the stone. You want to study the stone? Okay, I've got some good stuff. Let's go with a little bit of Fox's Cunning, a little bit of guidance. It is a DC 15, so do you know what? Bardic Inspiration. Let's go. Let's throw everything at this thing. Give me guidance. Nice.
You are flooded with memories of the distant past. Creatures slain, lovers reunited, spells crackling through the air. The stone holds records of all who have passed by it. Arabella is collecting them. It's as natural as breathing for her.
Love that. So, if you don't remember Arabella's story, she was in the Tiefling Grove. Corgo was basically trying to kill her with a snake because she tried to steal the Idol of Sylvanas and stop the ritual. We saved her. Unfortunately, then her parents died in the Shadow Curse lands, and we took her under our wing, took her to our camp. Withers could sense something about her. Withers was like, this girl is special. She is connected to the Weave somehow. So she's kind of been turned into Withers's little creepy ass apprentice, and yeah, she's off on her own solo journey, just seeing where the Weave takes her. I want to know if Arabella's going to be in the next Baldur's Gate game, which is not going to be by Larian anytime soon, at least. But I wonder if she's going to be like a future adventurer, a future companion. I'd love to see her in the future. Okay. You're right. The stone is incredible. I saw past events as if I'd been there myself.
And I've only scratched the surface. I want to know everything. Bone Man was right. The Weave will take care of me. I just need to listen.
Okay. In the Weave we trust. Have you been on your own this whole time?
Yep. And I like it that way. Bone Man told me to follow the Weave, to let it guide me. I've learnt a lot thanks to him. And I'm still learning.
She seems happy. Well, there are corpses everywhere. What happened?
Bandits came at me with daggers. They didn't know who they were messing with.
Good for her.
I told you. I've learnt a lot.
Okay. Well, stay safe out there. And you know where our camp is if you need us. It's the Elf Song Tavern.
Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine. I'll see you soon enough. Bone Man said so.
Okay. She'll see us soon enough. Bone Man said so. We don't actually encounter her. Well, we do actually. We do encounter her again. I'm pretty sure I know where. So, I don't know. Bone Man, Withers, can apparently see the future. He knows all. He knows what will happen. He's basically our patron at this point. Okay, let's keep moving up here. And things start to get a little bit sludgy around here. This was what my bins looked like yesterday. I went outside and I was like, what is going on? Because we put our bin bags out at the front of the house in the UK. And there was like this red liquid seeping out of the bags all the way across the pavement, like into the gutter. And I was like, why does it look like we've done a murder? Why does it look like we've thrown something away that's bad? But then like I looked at it more closely because I was like, what is that? And I realised we'd thrown away, because we were making space in the freezer for Christmas dinner. And we'd thrown away like an open like bag of what berries, like that's the word I'm looking for. I was like fruit of like red berries that we've been using for smoothies, and we'd forgotten about it. It was like right at the back of the fridge and the freezer. Had been in there for ages, so we'd thrown that away, but it was open, so as it kind of like melted, it just kind of blah, it just looked like a murder scene. Okay. I was gonna put a note out for the bin man, like, we've not murdered somebody, it's just berries. I need to actually go out and check the pavement is clear. I might have to like scrub it. Okay, parchment. Everything is here, just as I promised to my favourite customer. These were not easy to slip past both Bone Cloaks and Fists. Bone Cloaks is like the guy that we met in the Underdark who was getting blown up by the mushrooms, and his wife, who he did get blown up by the mushrooms, and now his wife lives with some very nice cats, so I don't know if she cares, to be honest. I assume you will be prompt in leaving my payment in the usual manner. Until next time, your faithful procurer. So it seems like some shady deals happen down in this area. I think I need to save. I'm like 30 minutes in and all I've done is rant about Gen AI. Oh no! Now this is the problem with this area. The grease is slippy. We do have a few pairs of boots that stop this from happening, but I'm just going to put up with the annoyance, I think.
Something good
I don't
here,
think I want to take off the boots that I'm already wearing. Let's keep going. Oh, something's happening over here. Well, I think we've figured out where the grease is coming from. I wonder if this rat knows anything. Let me do speak with animals.
Look, where's the tippy floating downstream.
What are they chatting about back there? Hello, cranium rat.
I return to Baldur's Gate a lot of thought. I never pictured this, though.
We see, we know. Oh, this rat is like mind flayered. It's connected to the mothership. Okay. Absolute rat. Let's keep away from that. Okay. Oh, I am encumbered. Of course I am. I'm always encumbered. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Camp supplies can go to camp. I don't need the shield. I don't know. That can go to camp. Some armor can go to camp. I don't need to carry all this heavy stuff around with me. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. Right, these creatures... There's a door here. These creatures...
Did you go for a swim earlier?
Don't seem to be aggressive from what I can tell.
How to swim.
Must have been some other ooze.
Someone get in here?
Floating down.
No. Let's get started to open this door.
Simple.
Just, you know, future use, you know? I'll give him guidance. Give me guidance. Not that Astarion ever needs it. There we go. Almost to 30. Okay, so nothing too interesting happening here yet. This is along that line where this way it goes to where we came from just now. And going that way, it takes us to Cazador's palace, where we came out and found that girl who was like trying to attend a party. We may come back here later and find some interesting characters.
Tastes great.
But yeah, that is for a future episode. We will return. Okay. Yeah, these guys, they don't seem hostile.
Did you go for a swim?
What's this, cousin? Another absolutist, come to see what we did to poor old Sarin.
He's like me.
Your god took her mind, cultist, so Bereki took her head, and I burned the flesh from her bones. And now you come to interrupt the funeral rites. Yes, cousin. An excellent idea. Cousin says we will take you in return. He says you look just like kindling for Sarin's funeral pyre.
Do I? Okay. I'm hoping because we're both draconic ancestry sorcerers, we might find some common ground here. He seems a bit unhinged, a little bit deranged, but I feel like we should maybe play along a little bit. So I've got sorcerer intimidation. Go on then. Let's find out whose flame is bigger. I don't feel like that's something that Cordia would say. This seems like a Cordia one. And cousin looks like he fell out of an aboleth's arse. Are you sure he's related? That's an Astarion answer. I think we go for 4. This sounds like Cordia's answer. Wait, no need for violence. Just tell me what happened to your friend.
I took my friend's life.
Oh.
But only after your god took her soul. Sarin, Bereki, and I, we were the 3 finest thieves in Baldur's Gate. We broke into the offices of Gortash, discovered he was with the Absolute too. Your fellow cultists hunted us, so we hid down here. We were safe, and so was our loot, until the darkness soured Sarin's mind. She kept our treasure from us, said Bereki and I had gone strange. Hush, cousin. Sarin turned into a cultist herself, so we did what we had to. Bereki wept until his voice was gone, and then he was gone too.
Okay.
Leaving only me to conduct Sarin's rites. And my cousins here. You cannot conduct the rites without a clan to bear witness. Or some fuel for the fire.
Okay, so recap. Alis and his two friends, Sarin and Bereki, were thieves, and they broke into Gortash's office, figured out he was an absolute cultist, and they've gone to ground. They're basically in hiding, but it seems like the paranoia got to them, and they started fighting amongst themselves. Alis, who's the guy we're talking to, killed Sarin because he thought she was turning into an absolute cultist as well. And then it sounds like Bereki may have fled. So I don't know. I think they're all a little bit delulu, to be honest. Your paranoia already killed Sarin. Are you so keen to follow her? I don't want to fight this guy, right? I'm not a cultist. I don't think your friend was either. Your paranoia turned you against one another. I don't know if it's a good idea to call out what he's done. I don't really think he's in the right state of mind to understand his own actions. I think he might just attack us. You need witness. I'm a witness. I'm just here to pay my respects. Right, we've got a cleric option. This seems like the best option. You have been mistaken. I'm sworn to a better god than the Absolute. Why not let me say a prayer? He might allow it. Let's hope this works. I think I'm gonna take oh, I wanted to get rid of Fox's cunning and take... Oh no, I've got it. Okay, no, that works. Okay. It's an intelligence check? I thought it'd be persuasion. Oh, it's religion, that's why. Okay. Let me take the bardic inspiration. Let me give myself guidance. You guys, give me guidance. I don't want to get into a fight with this guy. Oh, we've done it. Okay, we're fine. We're good.
Say your words as you pass then, priest, and do not come back. This is Sarin's final resting place, and a killing ground for all who come to disturb her.
I think he's just a little guy. I kind of wish we could recruit him. I do love... Oh, we can level up! Sweet! Okay, that is nice. Alright, let's get out of this little area and then we'll level up. If I can make it across without constantly falling.
What are we supposed to be
You okay
doing?
back there, Astarion?
Troublemakers.
Let me jump across here like this.
But
Oh wait,
we
no, I don't even
are
need to, do I?
troublemakers.
Do I?
Shut up and keep your mucky little peepholes peeled.
I don't even need this stuff, but I don't know. Maybe we might need a lot of money for something in the future. Let's go and check out what's going on with this funeral situation. They have been fighting absolute cultists though. They had a reason to be paranoid.
Whatever it's called, it's impressive.
Like, there's legit cultists lying around here. Which means we might be on the tail of maybe Orin or Minsk. Because they've been dabbling with absolute stuff, so we might actually be getting close to their hideouts.
Don't know how to swim.
The wizard is a lunatic who already murdered one. He's a sorcerer, not a wizard. The wizard is a lunatic who already murdered one of his close companions out of sheer paranoia. It is likely none would believe his tale of the tadpoles, no matter what truth he saw. Okay, so they're gonna say, oh, he's just a lunatic. He's found out the truth of what they're up to, but they're just going to discredit him. That is an old trick of the book. Again, you know I love my political history. Legitimately, around like the 50s, when conspiracy theories were like big, you know, like conspiracies around the moon landing and around Area 54 and this kind of stuff, they used to just like basically say that these people are paranoid, they're crazy, and they'd inflate, like there's this like playbook of all the things that they do to discredit people who we know from like actual released files, like these people were onto something. They weren't just paranoid, they weren't just conspiracy theorists, they actually, there was a thread of truth that they were following. But to discredit them, to make them not believed, they'd ridicule them, they'd put out false stories that kind of overinflated what these people were saying to make them so absurd and so crazy that the grain of truth that they had found just became ridiculous. So it's kind of like if I was saying, I don't know, Gen AI is bad. Like, a company that wanted to discredit me would be like, oh, she believes that she's got a chip in her brain and that Gen AI is controlling her thoughts. It's kind of like, I never said that, but that's what they used to do. Like, they used to really overinflate the truth that people were saying to make them legit sound crazy. So there were crazy people, there were people who were paranoid, there were conspiracy theorists, but the people who did know the truth were intentionally tarred with the same brush, kind of thing, as a way to discredit them. So I don't know, that's it. There's so much truth in this. It's kind of like the Handmaid's Tale of the gaming industry. You know, like how the Handmaid's Tale, everything that Margaret Atwood put in that book was stuff that had legitimately happened somewhere, someplace throughout time. And so, like, in Baldur's Gate it's the same. Everything that they have in it, you know, you can see parallels with what's going on in the world today, or historical parallels. And I just think that makes, again, a really engaging game. And it's done in a very human way as well, a way that maybe Gen AI wouldn't know how to kind of like subtly put those things in there. And Gen AI wouldn't know the full... This is the thing with it, it's like a human with a human experience, especially of the same generation, we're going to have the same references, the same talking points, we've watched the same movies, we've watched the same TV shows, we've played the same games. And so when you get a reference, it does this really subtle thing where it's kind of like an in-joke with humans, where Gen AI can't quite get that right. Like, it doesn't quite get the nuance, it doesn't quite get the context, it doesn't understand what the person that it's talking to will take from that situation. So again, it's all glib, like it can put some really nice sentences together in a really fancy way, but if you engage with it in the long term, it just becomes nonsense. It contradicts itself, it can't follow a storyline, it doesn't understand the bigger picture. Like, it's so disappointing in its current state. So again, I think people give it too much credit. It's just a tool, and it's only as good or bad as the people who are using it and the people who are developing it, right? It's an inanimate object, right? And I know people are like, singularity, like it's getting super intelligent. It's not. It just regurgitates information with no understanding of what it's actually saying. So I don't know. It's just fancy AI at this point. It's fancy old school stuff. But end him all the same. Orin will brook no failure when we are so close. Oh, cricky noises. And even so lost a soul will make a fine offering to our Lord. So they're like, nobody will miss him. Kill him. Baal likes it when we murder people, is the logic there. I like this guy. I wish we could recruit him. I wish we could have like temporary companions. So you know, like how Barkus joins us for a while. I wish there was like, you know, like it's like a short period in the game where Barkus is at camp. I wish we had companions where they'd just come with us for a short amount of time. So like Alika, who's the girl who's looking at the Githyanki's at the bridge before we go to the Githyanki camp. She's like a thief who wants to steal the blood of Lathander. It'd be really cool if she would join us temporarily just while we do the Githyanki camp, and then when we get into the Shadow Curse land, she's like, dip, I'm out. I really wish they'd do that. Okay. And I'd like to have Sarin. Like, Sarin gets his revenge on the Absolute. Okay, I don't think we can mess... I don't know if we can mess with this skeleton without triggering him. Let me...
I don't need any attention right now.
Am I actually hidden? Okay, so we can interact with this and insert something. So we need to find what's missing from Sarin's skeleton, and it looks like the head. So it looks like we're searching for Sarin's head. Can I get down here without slipping? More armor, center camp. Okay, can I get down the edge where it's a little bit less slippy? Is that you, Gale? Are you okay back there? Can't Gale fly? Yay, I'm out. Come on, Gale. You can do it. Good job, mate. Alright, let's look behind door number 2. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anyone in here. There's another door here.
Let's see what this does.
Okay, which just leads us back around, I think. Kind of to the side of where we were. There is another... There's a ladder here. Let's just see where this ladder goes. Wait, hang on. We've come around in like a bit of a circle here, haven't we? Wait. Where did we come from? So we came from here. This is going to be the way to Cazador's palace. I just don't want to get like lost. I want to make sure we check everywhere. Yeah, so this is... No. This is the place that we'll come back to later. Right, okay. We've come full circle. I'm sorry, I get lost. Like, I'll show you the map of the sewers, but it gets really, really confusing. Like, look, Nine Fingers is all the way over here. Like, the Flaming Fist are over here somewhere. Undercity, that's where we might find the Stone Lord, I believe. But let's go up here. Where does this take us out? Okay, so we've popped out. Where are we? We have popped out. I can't even see where we are here. So next to Facemaker's Boutique, that's where we stopped the assassin who was trying to kill the tailor. Okay, back in. Just to kind of orientate ourselves where we are. Okay. So going back down here. Have I checked all these boxes? We don't need a lot of like random equipment at this point. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything, you know? Torn journal fragment. Oh. An excerpt torn from what appears to be a larger journal. I need to get away from Alis for a while. We've been hiding down here for a while and the dark is beginning to get to him. Yeah, he has gone crazy. He keeps pushing his fire further and further into the tunnels and he almost burned Bereki before I could get him out of the way. Oh, so this is Sarin. This is the one who he killed. The one whose corpse is there, the funeral. If those two can't keep their heads straight, then I have to, for all of us. Okay. Oh,
something over there.
Okay. Something over there. Good to know. There's a painted chest. Currently locked. I'll work my way back around to it. If we don't find a key, I'll have Astarian lockpick it. Okay, thieves' tools and bronze ring. So it looks like these are like that little hiding places because they're like a little thieves guild. Let's keep going. Oh,
something over there.
One. Okay, I don't mind if I do. What's over here? Backpack, leather helmet, and then like a way to go further that way. So we'll carry on exploring here before we go into that new area.
What's that?
There's another loose stone. Incomplete journal. A hastily scrawled journal entry, apparently the last in a series. Alis, Bereki, don't be mad if you find this, boys. I'm not trying to keep the treasure from you. We just ripped off Gortash, and if I know you two are gonna spend it all in... Hang on. And if I know you two are... I can't get this out. And if I know you two at all, you're going to spend it all in one spot and draw the bastard Archduke to be noticed. So they stole from Gortash before he became Archduke? Before you protest, remember Talik's bakery years back. I'm doing my best to deny it all to the fist, and you two don't even bother to wash the cake from your gobs. So if you found this, it means I'm off doing my business in the tunnels. So put it back and pretend you never saw it like sweet little dears. And wipe your faces, Sarin. So she's saying, like, we're these thieves, we don't want to be too obvious, right? If we're going to steal something, we don't want to kind of like flash our money around. We've got to lay low for a while. So she's a little bit more clever about that than the other two. It doesn't sound like she was crazy. It doesn't sound like she was an absolute cultist. It sounds like Sarin, not Sarin, Alis went mad. Introduction to this blood-splattered piece of propaganda. Hang on, what's this called? You've got friends in the guild. Oh, we have got friends in the guild, actually. Turns out. Okay, I don't think I want to take the mouldy cheese and stuff, so I'm going to leave that there. Leather helmet, I guess we'll grab that. Stained journal fragment. So this is clearly where they've been hanging out. This is where they've been camping. An excerpt from what appears to be a larger journal. We have nowhere to go. Baraki wanted to try the guild hall, but there's too many different crews there. Too many eyes and ears that might be reporting back to Gortash and his damned cult. It's just Baraki, Alis and I, and we can't trust anyone else. That's sad. I don't know. I feel bad for them. Saddest story ever told in Baldur's Gate. This little crew of friends that, you know, quite heroically, I think, stole from Gortash because he's a dick. And,
what's that?
Did not end well for them, unfortunately. Here we go. I've got the painted key and scroll of dominate person. Nice. So I guess we can open that chest now and get some cute stuff. I'm going to send the armor to camp. Grab the rest. Okay, so we've got this door here, which basically leads us back into that same place and like further on. And then this here as well. Let me put my headphones in for this. So, what is behind door number, I don't know, 7 or something? We've opened a lot of doors today.
That water looks tainted. Better to avoid it.
Okay, maybe we'll go around. I'm gonna go ahead and hide.
Risk being in open view. On my way.
Who slipped? For crying out loud, Astarion! Come on, you. Can you crouch again? Let's see what's going on up here. Definitely some people in there. See if we can get eyes on them a little bit. She's not hostile. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer, see what the deal is with this lot. Again, there might be absolute cultists anywhere. Kobold thieves! I love kobolds.
Looks like a trap there.
A trap where? A trap where? Oh! No, thank you. Astarion, this one's for you.
Smells tasty.
Okay, guidance me. This is a DC of 20. That's quite high. But I think Astarion's got this. 9, add 3, add 2, add 4. Of course he has. Should I ever have doubted him? He only got it by 4 though, so that was a tricky one.
Never a dull moment.
Nothing too special there. Can you crouch please, Cordia? Not very good at hiding in pure daylight, but...
Our Lord of Murder should have his will worked beneath the sun.
Okay, they are Aura of Murder. These are definitely absolutists. Okay. I want to hang out and just see what they've got to say for themselves a little bit. I want to spy on them. I haven't leveled up yet. I need to do that. I did say I was going to. This might be something we do in the next episode, because we're looking to do the Free the Artist.
And what if the Stone Lord
Stone
when
Lord.
all of this is done?
Perhaps Lady Orin will reacquaint him with our Lord. They are old friends after all.
Okay, so they know the Stone Lord. So this way to the Stone Lord. We'll probably do that in the next video. Because Jaheira's not with us right now, and that is a Jaheira quest. Although, do I want to poke around here? What's going on with this kobold? Kobold thief. Map of the sewers. There's an area marked with an X. Next to it, it says Bug Thimble, Dragon Tribe Treasure. Is it here? Here.
Best avoid that trap.
So this is trapped as well, is it? Yeah. Could you crouch, Claudia?
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Okay. Astarion, disarm the trap. Not as bad. Give me guidance. Okay.
Better make my next move.
Astarion, you're meant to be crouching. Squalled Note. Nice try, Jackanape. Oh, we got punked by a kobold.
Trust no one.
That's great.
For discretion.
Okay, anything else here that we can... Oh, there's another dirt mound.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Are they all traps? Oh my goodness.
Close.
Sneaky little kobolds. We got it. Good thing Astarion's with us.
Let's move.
Scroll note. What are you looking for? Suck thung. That's great. I think we've already got the treasure, but I'm enjoying getting pranked by the kobolds.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Oh, Shah's still bothering Shadowheart. Okay, there's another way that we can kind of climb around here. But for now... Oh, what's going on with this guy? Dairovin. Impenetrable slumber.
Light on my feet.
I haven't actually ever woke this guy up. I think it's possible, but I'm not sure how. So we might be about to do something that's like super new for me here. Let's creep our way around here. Okay. What's the deal with this guy? I think I should probably save. A greasy, smelly climb up. Ooh, I'm okay, thanks. There's a lot of empty potions of sleep around. Right, I feel like...
My faith protects me.
What does this say? Impenetrable slumber. This individual is under the influence of copious sleeping draughts. It is impossible to wake them. Is it though? Because don't I have like... Healer targets wounds and remove blindness and any diseases. Touch a creature and negate any charm, petrification, stun or curse afflicting it. Mass cure wounds. How do I do this? Revivify. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can level them up.
Think ahead, or I'm lost.
Okay, time to level up. Yay! Okay, so again, we're not looking to go to level 12 in any specific subclass or class because of the mods that I'm using, the way that I'm leveling up. Basically, there's a cap. The game normally, if you're playing vanilla, it caps at level 12. You can't go any higher than level 12. But I've got a... It's kind of like a modded file that allows me to go up to level 20. But it doesn't work if you go up to level 12 in any one class. So when I get to level 11, I have to like switch to something else. We've already established that Claudia is going to be a cleric. So I guess we're going to straightforward level her up as a cleric. And let's see what we want to take. Inflict Wounds is a really good spell. I think we should definitely take that. Do you know what? I kind of like Command at the moment. I like Drop Weapon. And I like Healing Word. However, Guiding Bolt is also... handy if we're fighting undead. So let me get rid of Command. It's a good spell, but I think this is good. I think I like this. Except most of these are going to be quite straightforward for the most part. Shadowheart, again, I don't want to go to level 12, so we're going to switch over to Druid. I really like this for her because obviously if you know her background and her backstory, which we do from this playthrough, her parents were kind of a little bit druidic. They like Selûne, and I really wish this would change from Shah to Selûne. Makes me sad that she's still a Shah worshipper because she's not. But yeah, I really, really like it. You know, she had this fear of wolves. Her dad's a shapeshifter. He can transform into a wolf. So I really like the idea of like her fighting her fear by being able to actually turn into, to wild shape into a wolf, I think is like healthy for her. So I really like this for her. This is what we're going to do. I think she should be Circle of the Moon because Selûne, and it just feels thematically appropriate to her. I like these. I like the animal spells because, again, thematically to her storyline, she likes animals. I might just maybe switch out something like, I don't know, I do like Longstrider. I think I might take Longstrider because it's just handy to have. But it doesn't really matter too much about the spells. Being able to wild shape is entertainment enough, I think. Most of the leveling up we're doing now is just because we can, because we're already kind of like quite powerful, so taking in an additional low level subclass is just a bit of extra flavour. Now, I was gonna have Gale go into sorcery because I like the idea of him being able to do like sorcery points, you know, different types of like meta magic and things. However, I have installed, the problem with this, before I tell you what I've done, the problem with this is he's a wizard. Wizards are intelligence based. Now there's no other subclass that is intelligence based. So moving over to sorcerer, the problem I have with this is it's using charisma, and he's not the most charismatic man, you know. He's a bit long-winded, a bit like me. So is sorcerer really appropriate to him? I don't think it works for him very well. So I have got a little mod installed, and it is the Artificer mod. So this is available on the mod manager if you're playing on PC. I don't know if it's available for console or not, but should be quite easy to find. Just put in Artificer into the search bar and it'll come up. And this is intelligence based. So I think this is more interesting for Gale. I know it's modded. It's a bit, again, it's a bit of flavour rather than a massive advantage. So I think it's going to be fun to do this. Master the art of enchant. Also, it is canon. Artificer is like proper D&D stuff. I think it's, I can't remember what it came with. I feel like it was Tasha, like Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Is that where we got Artificers from? So it is canonically D&D. Master the art of enchanting. And again, I really just wish there was another alternative for intelligence rather than wizard. So Artificer seems the most appropriate. Master the art of enchanting, breathing life into mundane weapons and armour with magical enchantments, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. And it gives us all this cool stuff depending on our subclass. So we have Alchemist, Armourer, Artillerist or Battlesmith. So this gives us experimental potions and bombs, and the ability to replicate a magic item. Very cool. I don't think that's what I want to do with him. Armourer, I think I really like this for Gale because it means that you can be a bit more melee. And because he's called Gale, I like him to do like storm damage, like lightning and ice and, you know, thunder and things like this. So it's thematically appropriate to the build that I'm doing for Gale. However, he mostly fights with spells. He doesn't really fight with weapons. So I don't think I'm going to get the most amount of use out of this. It does say that my Thunder Gauntlets give me an extra action, which is very fun. It says 1 turn, so I don't really know how that works. I've not explored this mod too far. We've got Battlesmith, well actually Artillerist, which gives us Eldritch Cannon, appropriate because he's a glass cannon. And repeating shots, which again is ranged weapons. I think what I'm going to go for him, what I'm going to do for him is go for Battlesmith. Call forth your steel defender, a loyal mechanical companion to protect your allies and turn the tide of battle with powerful defenses and strategic support. Now we've not quite got up to the point where we're going to like engage with this too much, but we know we've got the Steel Watch. We know we're working with the what they call the deep gnomes, who, you know, do a lot of kind of building, and they are quite, they kind of are artificers, the deep gnomes. So this is going to become more and more appropriate as we continue to play, and you'll kind of see why. But it means we get a steel defender, which is kind of like a little robot warrior. What I'm going to say, the reason why he's done this, how I'm going to fit this into the story is, do you remember when we went to the Arcane Tower, the Wizard's Tower in the Underdark? And right at the top of the tower were these kind of like mechanical guys that I think it was like the Sparkstruck had kind of made, or his wife. So because they were building robots, I like the idea that Gale got kind of some books on building robots, and like when he's been at camp and he's been left up to his own devices, he's been tinkering, he's basically built himself a robot. So that's what I'm going to say has happened here. We also get Helm of Awareness. You gain the effects of the alert feat, which is so overpowered because he's probably got the worst initiative, so to improve his initiative is going to go a long way. And Battle Ready. Instead of his dexterity modifier, the Battlesmith adds his spellcasting ability modifier to attack rolls, so that's intelligence. So that is going to make a lot of sense for Gale, I think. And then we get some extra spells, so maybe I'm going to take, like, we've got so much stuff here already. I already know these spells. What do I want to take? I've already got everything. Let's go ahead and take Greater Invisibility. It says I already know the spell, but it's always useful to have. And maybe I'm going to take... I don't really need anything, to be honest, but let's go ahead and take... I mean, Brandy's Smite is pretty cool. Conjure Barrage. Channel your weapon's efficacy. He doesn't really fight with a weapon. I'm going to take Enhanceability, because it's very, very useful. Although, do any of these things... I was wondering if any of these were going to help us with that guy. I don't know. No, I'm going to take that. Okay, and then we get infusions as well, because we're an artificer, and these are really fun. So this one's really good for Gale because his strength is 8, so he's got a -1 to strength, and this gives him rather than doing, like, when he does a strength saving throw, instead of rolling for strength, he'll add his intelligence modifier, so which is +3. So he's going from a -1 to a +3, which is an increase of 4. Definitely want to take that. And then we can do it again for dexterity as well, but there's a few other things we could take here. We can add a +1 to spell attack rolls, armor class, weapon attacks, add homing as a weapon, that's pretty cool, and gain advantage at concentration. I'm going to take this one because he does have a lot of concentration spells now, especially things like Globe of Invulnerability, which is going to become more and more useful. So I think that is what we're going to take, and I am happy with that. I think that is a cool build for Gale. I wish Artificer was added like legit, like vanilla, but I don't know, it works for now. I'm waffling, aren't I? Okay. Astarion. I don't want Astarion to be a bard. It doesn't make sense. I think of Astarion as being very charismatic, but he's not got very good charisma. He's got good dexterity, so I think we're gonna either go rogue or ranger. If I go ranger, it gives him Iron Mind. You have honed your ability to resist the mind-altering powers of your prey. You gain proficiency in wisdom and intelligence saving throws. That's pretty overpowered. Do you know what? I think we should probably take that. And then, again, this is by the by. Let's take Silence. It could be useful. I don't think we need to swap spells. Again, pretty straightforward. The most interesting one was Gale. We'll carry on leveling everybody else up when we kind of get back to camp, but for now I think leveling up this team is enough. So again, back to this guy. What is his deal? Our offer remains open. Nine Fingers, NF. We tracked the last group of refugees your husband was known to be travelling with. I'm sorry to tell you that they seem to have crossed paths with the Absolute's forces, and there's been no record of them since. Don't waste yourself on grieving. You fled Elturel to find a better life for you both. It's still yours for the taking. The guild always needs knife hands, and you won't ever go hungry in my employ. I've included a small pouch, enough to buy a small funeral and close that chapter of your life. Or a short binge before you need to go looking for work again. Choice is yours, Nine Fingers. My desk is clicking again. I do like that Nine Fingers looks after her people. You know, she's such a goodie. We're not going to steal his stuff. Clearly he's...
Don't mind if I do.
He's decided to tarnished ring. I don't know, he's really sad his partner's missing. Again, do I want to try and revive this guy? I'm a bit worried about my spell slots. If anyone specifically knows how to revive him, what spell I should use, please let me know. I'll probably come back and do that in the next episode when we go and fight the Stone Lord. But, or find the Stone Lord even. But for now, I think I'm going to let him sleep. Again, mindful of my spell slots, I think it's going to take a higher level spell slot to wake him up. And I may need to keep those. Okay, let's go this way. So again, this
seems simple enough.
Those absolutists talking about the Stone Lord, that's for the next video. However, we have a job to do, and that job is figuring out
one day I'll catch a break.
Where this laboratory of the Lich Mystic Carrion is. We need to find his hideout, because that's where we're going to find his canopic jar with his heart in. Undercity Ruins. So, there's somebody over here. Voiceless Penitent. Bareki! It's Bareki! We found Bareki! Okay. There's also this big door. And there's something occurring. There's a skull with a ring of blood around. We may have found our inn, guys, but that is a job for Dirge. That is not a job for us.
Anything of use?
We're going to ignore that. We've got a waypoint though, so Dirge can come directly here, like when he's ready. Let's go and figure out what's going on with Bareki. Again, I probably want to save here. So this is the third of the 3 thieves. Hi, what's your deal, mate? Do you know what? Can I put... Have I got the mind reading thing? Let me put on Detect Thoughts. Because I think that might be useful here. Here we go. Pop that on myself. And I also probably want to switch out that necklace. I don't know if that's going to remove Detect Thoughts if I take the necklace off, so I'm just going to leave it on. Hi!
The penitent looks at you silently, expectantly.
Okay, so he's voiceless, he's mute. Yeah, and second mute character. Larian has a few mute characters in the games because we've got Bareki here. We've got the little boy. Is it Donnie? Is that his name? The one who guards the entrance to Moll's hideout in the beginning, and he's mute. And also, I'm playing Divinity Original Sin, and one of our companions in that game, Woolgraf, he's also mute. So again, representation. You're like, I don't know, Larian has been... I think Larian's on the right side of gaming history, honestly. Who are you?
The penitent doesn't respond, holding your gaze almost unblinkingly with his.
Okay. It's not letting me use my mind reading. Are you alright?
The penitent doesn't respond, holding your gaze almost unblinkingly with his.
Running a shop here, are you?
The penitent doesn't respond.
I wanted to do
holding
mind
your
reading.
gaze
You didn't
almost
let me. It felt like that was the
unblinkingly with his.
opportune moment to do it. Okay, well, shall we trade then?
There is the slightest flicker of acknowledgement in his eyes.
I guess so. So he does have some cool items. He has the bone spike helmet, which I think Dirge is wearing the bone spike armor. It's either Dirge or Karlach. So I like this to complete the set. Fury in the marrow. When you rage, so Karlach would have this. When you rage, hostile creatures in a 3 mile radius. 3 meter radius must succeed a wisdom saving throw or take 2 to 8 psychic damage. The targets receive half damage on a save. Okay, so it's hostile. It specifies hostile creatures as well, so we can do it safely with us around. And then menacing attack possibly frightens your targets. I think that's pretty cool for Karlach. I want to buy that for my girl, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then maybe we want this for Shadowheart. You know, she's getting back into her, you know, wolfy ways. Lunar Bestial Vitality. You gain 22 temporary hit points after casting Wild Shape. While those temporary hit points are active, reduce all incoming damage by 1. You have a +2 to armor class. You also have advantage on saving throws against spells. This effect persists while using your druidic Wild Shape ability. Nice. I think we should... I like reading the descriptions. The tibia of a storm giant was ground and chiseled and reworked till it became this helm. The wearer can actually smell summer tempest clouds like a maroon dark dread while wearing the helm. I'm sure Karlach's going to love that. This armor was designed by Luna Obsessed... What does that say? Cuthbertina? A gnomish arcane smith who now lives peacefully on a mountain plateau with her magical forge. I read magical frog at first. Cool. Yeah, let's trade. I am into it. Balance offer. Barter. Sweet.
Penitent blinks. You think? You were dismissed.
Now, while Cordia is doing this...
The penitent looks at you silently. Expectantly.
While Cordia is doing this and having a little chat with this guy, we have got a sneak thief in our crew. I think Astarion would be exploring, he'd be bored, he'd be wandering around, and he'd be like, what do we have here? We have some tasteful boots. Lovely. We also have a book, Passage of Penitence. A common religious passage, often recited as a funeral blessing. Lathander to light, Selûne to guide, Kalembor to judge, and passage provide. A new passage takes over, adding to the common refrain a darker verse. For those who yet live, unworthy in guilt, no god's light shall find what hell they have built. I wonder, now I don't know this for sure, but I wonder if the third thief, Bereki, I wonder if he was turned to the Absolute. I wonder if he did become a cultist. He's giving the vibe. So maybe Bereki was right. He just targeted the wrong companion. And we found Saren's skull. The skull was not subject to decay, but stripped clean of flesh entirely. Only the faintest of scorch marks mar the otherwise gleaming bone, a sign of great care, or perhaps even reverence. Seems a bit sus if you ask me. Astarion, grab it. And then I'm gonna have everybody... I'm gonna ungroup Cordia, and I'm gonna have... This might be a bit of a giveaway that we stole ahead. Okay, we need to think this through. Okay, wait. Regroup. Shadowheart ungroup. Shadowheart, if you could possibly come over here and find yourself like a dark little corner, please. Over here, next to Saren's backpack. And then crouch. Do you know what I need to do?
Calm and quiet, that's the way.
I need to get my planar allies out. I'm going to do it now while I'm thinking about it, otherwise I'm going to forget. Let me get my Deva. Oh my god. Rats, go away. Rats, stay back. And do you know what, Gale as well? Can you also get your planar ally out? I'm pretty sure he has that ability, right? He can conjure an elemental. I thought he could get I thought he could summon a Deva. Oh yeah, here it is. So I'm going to use my arcane battery so I can do this for free. I'm going to get Gale's Deva out as well. Okay, sweet. Cool. I'm preparing. Okay, Cordia. No, not Cordia. Astarion. So because we've got this head in our inventory, basically what's happening is like the ghost is following us around. But if the guy sees it, I think we might be in trouble. So I don't want him to see the ghost. So what I'm going to do, because I've sent Shadowheart over there, I'm going to send the head to Shadowheart, which means the ghost is going to go away from me. And it's going to go to Shadowheart. Oh, she's been seen. I think we're okay, though. I think we're good. Okay. Let me leave dialogue. Never mind. I think I've bought everything I wanted to buy for the day. And then we'll go that way before the video's done. But first, let's return Saren's head to her body. Okay, let's get out of there before he realises that we've stolen the head. So what I want to do now, Shadowheart.
Way to go still.
I think I might do the same thing. So, Astarion, come over here.
Step quick.
We're basically playing. I can't speak. We're playing Pass the Parcel with Saren's head. So can you please send that back to Astarion, and then I want her to put her new armor on. Send to Shadowheart. I think this is for Karlach, so we'll send that to Karlach now. Shadowheart, put your new druidic armor on, girl. Come on, embrace what you were always meant to be. And let me just colour it, because she's a very black and white girl, you know? So let me make it Shadowheart coloured. What happened? Did that not work? Oh, I coloured the wrong thing. Don't worry about why she's got Helsing's clothes on. That was another video. That was a whole different story. Shadowheart learning to be in touch with nature. And I have got the video up though if you want to go and find it. It's age restricted. Yeah. This is Shadowheart's nifty new fashion because she's now a Selûnite worshipper again. And then I think what we need to do, she can polymorph into a dire raven. But I want her, because cats can go anywhere in Baldur's Gate, I kind of want her to wild shape into a cat. I know I said wolves, but literally cats can go anywhere. Like, cats have, like, free reign in Baldur's Gate. So,
onward then.
The reason why I'm doing it like this is because this guy, what's his name? Alis, very paranoid. He basically told us we could say our last rites, but then we had to get out of there. So I think if we turn up again, he'll be like, what are you doing back here? I told you not to come here. So I'm hoping that Shadowheart as a cat can just move freely back up to the body. Trying not to slip. Okay, yeah, we're good. And then we need to basically sneakily put the head back on the body. Has she been seen? No, I think we're good. I think we're still sneaking. Okay. Astarion, could you please pass the head to Shadowheart? Shadowheart, are you okay? Could you please put the head back on the body? Insert. Okay. We're good. She's back. Exit turn-based mode. I think she would have dialogue with us if we were in human form. But there we go. Okay. If I can get dialogue from her, I'll insert it into the video. But obviously I didn't want to come back as a human because I felt like the guy was going to attack me. It might be a good idea if you're playing along, go and get the head first and then get permission to pass and put the head on like while you have permission. But I'm not. This guy does attack. Or, like, I don't know what you can like turn a flick of a coin. I don't know. I don't know the phrase. So be warned that he's very likely to attack you. But I like him. I didn't want to get into a fight with him. And we've got, we laid the thankful ghost to rest by combining its skull and skeleton, and now we have chances Carsonet. Once per long rest, you can use a reaction to make an attack roll or saving throw with advantage. Interesting. Don't mind if I do. So, Shadowheart, you need to head back out of here. Do you know that every single companion, if they wild shape into a cat, they all have different coloured cats? So I think Astarion is like a black cat, if I remember correctly. But yeah, every single companion has a different cat, like a specific cat that they turn into. So Shadowheart is a pretty little white kitty. At least at this point, now that she's a Saloonite. I don't know if you get like a black cat, if she's still
Onward in her name.
if she's still Shah Worshipper, but I don't know. Right, rejoin the group. Okay, and then could you turn back into a person, please? Good job! One of Shadowheart's first wild shapes. She's had the ability to turn into a dire raven for a while. We've just not really used it. Okay, next up, finally, let's continue looking for Mystic Carrion's basement. And a quick save. This is what Baldur's Gate's like though, especially Act 3. It's like you have a plan and you end up doing everything except for the plan. Okay, here we go.
Better not be cursed.
We've got this interesting looking passageway over here to explore. Hopefully no absolutists. We'll leave those to Dirge and Jaheira, I guess. Minthara getting a revenge. We are here to save the day as a cleric and solve this ghost problem. Okay. He looks like the guy from Druid's Grove, don't you think? The trader? Okay. So something's happening here. I want a dead human. Okay. What's going on in here? Oh, there's a giant treasure pile over there. Interesting. It feels like a trap, but let's just go ahead. Let's group up a little bit, please. Everybody join me. In a nice globe-shaped circle would be lovely. Let's start inspecting these chests.
Feel that? This house doesn't want us here.
Wink. So, the deal with this place, which is definitely Mystic Carrion vibes, is we are now locked in. The door has locked behind us. We are trapped in this burial chamber with all this undead. And the problem is that we have spell rot. Unless you are undead, every time you cast a spell, you receive 2 to 12 necrotic damage per spell level. Now, the first time I did this, I didn't realise this, and I was casting spells and taking necrotic damage, and it took me a long time to figure out what was happening. I did manage to do it, I think, on my first try, but it was tricky. I was very low health. So I've learned my lesson now. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a good old Globe of Invulnerability. Is this concentration? It is. I kind of want Gale to do Globe of Invulnerability because Cordia has so much radiant damage, but I can't do the radiant damage without taking damage. So how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to put the Globe of Invulnerability up, which is going to be fine. I might take necrotic damage for doing this because it's a spell, but I'm also inside the globe, so I might get away with it. Let's see. Yeah, so I did take the damage because I took it as the globe was going up before I got it up. But that's fine. I'm going to basically tuck Cordia in a little bit. to try and protect her from any kind of area attacks that are going to break her concentration. But now my spellcasters can cast spells without taking too much damage. Let me just heal myself. Why are her eyes red? Creepy. I hope I make sense there. I don't know if I made too much sense, but hopefully you're getting the gist of what I'm trying to do. Okay, but now, basically, I'm going to just let them come to me, and then I'm going to start bashing them. So, yeah, pretty much, that's the plan. So you can hang out there. You can hang out about here, I guess. Just make sure he's still invulnerable.
I'm ready.
Astarion can probably just start firing arrows. Can you actually... Yeah, you can. Okay, beautiful. Let's go ahead and... Can I sneak attack? No. Can you hide?
Leave no trace.
Yes. Can you sneak attack now? Yeah, beautiful.
Make it hurt.
Okay, sweet. I can also do Dread Ambusher. And he can go again. I don't need to disarm, he's got nothing to disarm, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it normally. So we're starting to take one down with quite a bit of damage, and I can also go ahead and... I don't know, let's Dissonant Whispers. Oh no, that's not good. Let's... Vicious Mockery? I don't know, I could silence them, but there's no point really, is there? Can I bane them? Target too far. Let's throw a Vicious Mockery at him, or... Because it's always fun to do that.
Pay attention! You're greasier than a warg roast.
You're greasier than a warg roast. We're gonna just do it because we can, basically, and then I'm gonna get him here. All good. Okay, let them come to us. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do with Shadowheart is probably just get Spirit Guardians up, but I do have to step out the Globe of Invulnerability because for some reason it doesn't let me do it, does it? So she is going to take damage, but it's okay. I'm going to do it at a high level, level 5. I'm going to go ahead and take Spirit Guardians. Okay, sweet. And then I'm just going to like tuck her in again, basically. So that anything that comes near us will get Spirit Guardianed, but she's in the, she's under the dome. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just heal her as well. Cool.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Gale, what I would like you to do is a nice little wall of fire. And let's go ahead and do it from here. Target's always blocked. This is one of the most annoying spells to do because it's such a finicky little guy. Always takes me a few goes to like get the placement right. Here we go. Okay. Nice. And he didn't take damage because he's under the globe, so the spell rot did not get him. Is there anything else we want to do as a bonus action? Because we've got quite a few things we can do now. I want maybe concentration saving throws. Because he's concentrating, I think, on keeping this fire up. Yeah. Okay, cool. Ooh, he saved. Come on. Saved. Come a little bit closer. You can do it. They're not too stupid, are they? They're not running straight through the wall of fire, at least. Oh, unless... There we go. Come on. I've got fireballs as well. Fine. Not affected. Okay, now they're getting closer. This is good. Okay, one down. And they're in a nice little fireballable group for next time. Again, as long as we keep that globe up, we're fine. Alright. So Cordia, what would be a good thing for you to do? Probably a nice little... oh, hello. Got blinded by my Lathander light. Probably a cute little lightning bolt. I think is a good idea. I'm going to do level 4. I'm going to get the Deva, but he's under the dome, so he's going to be fine. And then I can get all of these. Okay, beautiful. And do you know what? Let's do Quicken Spell. And what do I want to do with my Quicken Spell? So many choices. Maybe Shatter. Got a nice little gaggle of them here. Could shatter these. Can I get that guy too? Yeah. Can I get... Oh, I kind of want to get this guy and this guy, but I can't quite get them both in. So I'm just going to go for this little group. Nice. Good job, me. Alright, my Davers. Let's get over here and start bonking. Damn, dodged. Yeah, I'm going to get an attack of opportunity, but I'm just going to go for it because I want him to be... under there. Okay. You can probably get to this guy. Okay, rude. Sweet. And yeah, get back in. Nice.
Let's have some fun.
Okay, Astarion. Let's fire a few shots, shall we? Can I get... I've got advantage on this guy. Okay, nice. Get him again. Down. And then I can... Vicious Mockery. Oh no, Dissonant Whispers. This guy. Immune to being frightened. That's fine. And I've got 2 bonus actions, so I can go again. Nice. Good job. Run through the fire. Do it. He took damage from the Spirit Guardians, so that's also nice. Alright, Shadowheart, what do I want you to do next? Probably... I can't do Moonbeam because it's concentration. I can probably just start throwing things like Sacred Flame around. Cool. Sorry, my camera ticked over the 40-minute mark, so I had to stop and restart it. Okay. We're pretty good. Yeah, I don't think she needs to do anything else.
Swords meet
Gale, however, can do a sweet little fireball on this group here. Boop.
On my honor.
Oh no, don't run out. Amazing. Get back in there, wizard boy. And we might as well take... we've got Mind Sharpener, right? Yeah, we've got Mind Sharpener. So, Helm of Awareness? Alert Fee. I should have done that beforehand. Armor of Magical Strength. Might as well. These stack, so they're pretty decent. Come on. Oh, I think you take damage by going through the fire. Bit rude of it. Okay. I prefer them not to go into the globe of invulnerability themselves. Oh, yeah, they are taking damage. Oh, there we go. So there's only 3 left. So I think at this point I can probably put the globe of invulnerability down. And then we just have to be careful about what we're doing because obviously we don't want to take too much damage. But let me grab Magic Missile. That's a spell. It's going to hurt me. Just start bonking. Bonk this thing. She missed. Of course she did. It's going to be fine. Can you bonk this guy? Good job. Good bonking. Can you also bonk that guy? Amazing.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Astarion, I think that you should probably just stab. Don't need to sneak attack. And then we've also got this guy on the ground here. So again, can we get this guy? Easy. Yeah. The first time I did that fight, I absolutely got wrecked because I didn't realise what that spell Rot Necrosis was doing. But I think I've got it down now. I'm pretty happy with how that went. And we've taken minimal damage. So we're all good. Let's start looting. Gale, would you mind putting that fire down, please, so I can continue my looting progress? What's up with you, Gale? What's wrong? I think he's suffering from the spell rot. Yeah, I think it's just the spell rot necrosis because we're like magical. Astarion stood there absolutely fine while everybody else is gasping. He's like, well, I'm not magical, so like, what's the problem? Okay, what else do we have? Breaching pike staff. I feel like this is a weapon for Karlach. It's not that great. It's not that good in comparison to the other stuff we've got. Let's keep looking around. Anything down here? There's a chest here, I think. Oh no, it's been damaged. Guess there's nothing in it. What's this? I shall ascend with him, practically. No? Immortality, practically.
Give it a shot.
An ancient stone, cold and damp to the touch. Though the letters carved on it are in the archaic form, it is recognizable as the common tongue. The high priest continues to sicken. In spite of the Shirjin's ministrations, I fear each breath may be his last, but with every exhalation he whispers to me of a means by which he might live to walk among us still. He does not speak of method, but I am sure it is a reliable one. He has not performed such miracles for others in the name of our... Has he not performed other miracles for others in the name of our necromantic purpose? Has he not adorned himself with the jewels of his powers over death? Were he to succeed, what wealth, what further fortune might he draw to our glorious worship? He even offers me, a mere acolyte, the honour of sharing his golden immortality with him. I dare not refuse, I cannot afford to. I shall ascend with him. An ancient stone, cold and damp to the touch. The letters carved on its surface appear to have been drawn by a clumsy and laborious hand. Where is he? Where is he? The promised life, eternal life, glory, riches, where is he? The line is, where are they? The Batman line. I always misquote it, but I like to say, where is she? Okay, another chest. So we're not finding any more necrotic, not necrotic, anthropic, what are they called? Canopic jars. Got the word right eventually. So there's still 3 left to find. So these were obviously baddie undead. These weren't the nice undead. Oh, hi Gale.
Yes, my love?
Suddenly recovers from the necrosis. He's like, oh, your love revived me. Nothing, I just misclicked. Goes straight back to pain. It's like, she didn't want to talk to me. These are always so disappointing because they're always huge and then you don't really get that much out of them. Okay. So, we've explored this area. Have I looked in this one? Nothing too interesting here. Let's get out of here. This looks like the exit. Aha!
That might be worth a look.
But it's locked. Let's just go ahead and have... Is there no, like...
All's well that ends.
Is there nothing on the walls or something? I don't know how to actually open this door. I don't know if there's like a sneaky key somewhere.
Let's have a look.
I don't know. But Astarion should be able to lockpick it, I think.
A crooked touch.
So it'll be fine. We'll get through. Okay. Give me guidance. That's a low roll for Astarion. 9, 11, 15. Just. That was actually a surprisingly low roll for Astarion.
Still alive.
Let's
so
keep going
progress.
through. Aha!
Gruesome sight. A necromantic ritual, perhaps.
This does look to be the place, so let's start exploring. There is the jar of Mystic Carrion's brains. Good to have. Anything else there? No. Gilded chest. I'm gonna give it a second. I might find the key if I look around. So, half dead elf. Okay. Sorry, elf. Half dead elf. Dead half elf. God, can she even read? Listen, it's Christmas. My brain is pulp at this point. What are days and weeks and months and time? Taish Pink? I don't know if I want to be drinking anything that I get out of this place, to be honest. Potion bottle. What's this here? Funerary jar form and function. The upper part of this tablet describes the necromantic ritual spells employed to inhere potions of a creature's spirit within its extracted organs, and then sealing these spirit-infused organs inside funerary urns and hiding them to preserve the life force contained therein. I've got a couple of liches. I've got some necromantic stuff in my D&D campaign. I'm doing it a really different way. I'm doing like soul cage, like, what's it called? What the word? Phylactery type stuff. It's a little bit more mechanical and technical, magical. The bottom of this stone is crossed by a scratching of crooked letters that decipher as follows. A brilliant idea, but not an idea of genius such as a concept it inspires in me. Where better to hide such precious treasures than inside the animated body of a guardian who doesn't even know it's there? So, the canopic jar, the heart, is probably inside one of the zombies because it says an animated body and he doesn't know it's there. And he's very, very eager to get the zombie back, right? Is it Thrumbo? He's very eager to get him back, so that would explain why.
A jar that grants immortality hidden inside a zombie. It's almost poetic.
Okay. So we know where to look for it now. At least a good chance of finding it in, you know, inside Thrumbo. How we're gonna get it out, I don't know. But we can keep exploring. Okay, I'm not finding any keys. Ribcage? Might be something in the ribcage. No. In that case, Astarion, it looks like it's over to you. Can you please put your lockpicking skills to test? Once again, good thing he's in the group today. We've had to do this a lot. Give me guidance. Okay, we've got this one. This one's fine. Oh, look at it. All my friends gasping. We'll get out in a second. They don't like the necromancy. Spellrot is such a cool idea, though. Here we go. Jar of Mystic Carrion's liver. So we've got his liver, his lungs, his brain. We need his heart, but at least we have a good idea of where that is now. Okay. Let's get out of this place. It's not very spellcaster friendly. And yeah, figure out how to get out of this door, I guess. Oh, there's a lever. That'll do it. I remember on my first playthrough, I got so trapped in here. It took me ages to realise there was like a basic lever. Oh my god, it's that guy again. I hope he hasn't figured out that we stole from him. Don't mind us coming through. Alright, I think we should probably go back to camp. No, we don't want to go back to camp. We want to go to... We want to go back to Thrumbo, don't we? So, if I go to the map, we probably want to go to Heapside Strand. That's probably the closest waypoint. And we'll go and tell him the uncomfortable news. I wouldn't say it was good news. I wouldn't say it was bad news. He's in this building here, if you didn't see the last episode. We're going to have to figure out how to get a canopic jar. Why am I so low? We're going to have to figure out how to get a canopic jar out of a zombie. But at least we know how to kill Mystic Carrion.
I want to have a word.
You came back. Please, tell me you found a way to destroy Mystic Carrion.
Well, I know where Carrion keeps his canopic jars. It's inside your chest.
What? His rotten heart was inside of me this whole time. Get it out. I have to get it out.
Calm down. Oh, he just bombed it up. Well, I'm glad that we didn't have to do like any kind of vivisection. Let's grab the heart. And hide.
That slimy bastard. He hid it in me the whole time. Please, take that foul thing and grind it to dust.
Will do. I have a plan, actually. Right, I think I need to regather my team and have a little think about who I'm taking with me here. I want to keep Cordia. I'm gonna get rid of Astarion and Gale. I'm gonna bring Minthara. And do I want to bring Dirge? I'm gonna bring Will. Come on, William. We're gonna see a man about a ritual. So basically our problem now, the good news is we know how to destroy Mystic Carrion for good. Like if we destroy his heart, he can't revive. He's an evil guy. We do need to stop him. He literally murdered like dock workers and turned them into his like zombie slaves. So bad man needs to be stopped. But we need to also figure out how to like end this ritual that is making the artist be possessed, right? We need to unpossess the artist. So we've got two objectives. Minthara.
There can be no respite.
I'm gonna level you up. Because he's necromantic, I'm gonna take radiant damage. So myself, Shadowheart, both clerics. Minthara can do divine smite. Will is a paladin in this playthrough. He can do divine smite. So this is my team. Okay, I don't need to level her up as fighter and get extra attack because she already has extra attack, so that's worth nothing to me. So I guess I'm going paladin. I can also prepare spells. I don't know what I want to take. Like her spells that she's got are already pretty decent. Actually, do you know what? I think they've reset themselves. Let me go again. I don't know why they always reset like this. It's really annoying. So I want my smite spells. I like this spell. That's a good spell. Let's get branding smite. Let's take blinding smite. I can't see myself using Crusader's Mantle, but maybe Ward of Vitality. You can use it as you can use bonus action to heal yourself or nearby allies. I can't imagine I'm going to use any of this stuff, but I've got to fill up the slots, so Compel Jewel maybe. And then touch of creature or object to remove all curses and hexes. I'm wondering how to wake that guy up. Revive a companion. Cure disease, poison, paralysis, or blindness. Let's take that one. That might work, maybe. Okay. Again, not too fussy. I've got the good stuff there. Like, my main thing that I use with her is my smite, so anything else is just a bonus. William. He's charismatic, so I do like him as a bard. But do I want to go warlock? He's already got luck, I think. So I don't know if he needs this. Or do I want to go with a paladin? Aura of hate. He's not a strength guy. I think I like him as a bard. I like him as a bard because you'll see in the next couple of episodes when we get more Will content, when we go looking for the dragon, he likes his lore, he likes his storytelling, he likes to create characters, like this idea of himself as a hero. Sorry, my phone's plinking. See what that is? It's Twitch! Twitch is suggesting a lot of people that I don't know at the moment. It's just kind of like randomly throwing things at me. But the people it suggested are playing Baldur's Gate, so it got that right. Yeah, let's go with this. Jack of all trades. You get half your proficiency bonus. I don't know. He is charisma based. I don't like the idea of going too far into Warlock because he hasn't really embraced that. He has broke the pact with Mizora. So technically he's not a Warlock at this point, but Bard really suits him. Again, not too fussy about what we take here. Long stride is always handy. Yeah, let's go long stride. I don't know, sleep. Let's go sleep because he can put me to sleep sometimes when he gets a bit long-winded. I'm sure I do that to you guys as well. So again, nothing too interesting there. Quite a straightforward level up, but I'm happy with that. And again, we'll level other people up as and when we start to play with them. I don't want to do too much leveling up in one episode.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Gang, let's do a little bit of healing. Because we've got a couple of hit points missing there. So let's grab that for you. I think the Daver will be okay. And then let's head back to Mystic Carrion. So he tries Strand again.
The broadsheet's gone to pot ever since I left.
I'm probably going to have to do a quick save because I don't think he's going to be too happy with us. He did say, the zombie did say that if we returned, he'd be able to smell like the zombie on us, so he'd know that we'd found him, and he did tell us to bring him back, so he might be mad at us for not doing that. So I'm going to save. So you can probably tell that I'm kind of gearing up for a fight here. Pray for me. Hi, how's it going? How close can I get to him? Like I say, I've got a little bit of a plan.
You have done well.
And my plan includes... I don't know. Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him.
Very well.
Oh, I'm too close. Okay.
Hush, spirits. I sense it too. Our guest brings with her the stench of Thrumbo's disobedience. Hand his carcass to me. Quickly.
Well, Thrumbo seemed... We're going to play innocent. We're going to see how this goes. Thrumbo seemed harmless enough to me.
What he seemed to you, and what he was to me, are two entirely unrelated matters. I desired him to be returned to me, and you obliged. Thus our terms have been met. Now, hand me his body. Stop wasting time.
If I mention the jar, I'm nervous about doing it because sometimes when I do these interactions where I'm just literally telling him, he kind of like takes it as though I've offered it him, and I don't want to offer it him. So I was hoping I'd be able to just leave. Let me do a little sneaky sneak thing here.
So what exactly did you
So what I want to do is grab the Cadopic jars. Where are they all? Here we go. And Cordia might find herself in trouble in a second because she stood a little bit close and stuck in dialogue. But what I think I'm going to do is just pop these down around him. You know, we want to give... They are part of his body. We do want to give them back to him. You know, he deserves to have them. And I'm going to back up a little bit.
Maybe a few decades.
And, sorry, Cordia. You might be in trouble, girl.
Strike hard, strike fast.
So, rather than doing as you were told, you engaged in an act of wanton vandalism.
An accident, I swear.
I expected better. I thought I made clear the terms of our arrangement. You think my immortality so easily destroyed? What you have done can be undone, though you will not live to see it! Perhaps a few centuries of servitude will enlighten you to the benefit of honoring your agreements!
So, about that, Cordia's not too bad. She's only took half damage, but apparently he's not taken as much damage as I would have liked either. Let me go to, Minthara. Minthara, girl. I need you right now. Can you... I don't know, how do I want to do this?
Survival is
right,
all
let's
that
start with
matters.
Cordia. We're on Cordia, let's start with Cordia. Can I get on this side of him without going through the fire? Oh, God damn it. I'm just going to go through the fire. I'm going to take that hit.
Breathe deep and move.
And then I'm going to try and get Mystic Carrion and these two with... Do I have Sunbeam? I don't. Damn it. Or do I? Apparently I do. Okay. YOLO! Okay, that did not do as much damage as I would have liked. Quicken spell. Like, hang on, what does he not like? He doesn't like fire, which was useful because that's what I used against him. I don't think I've got many fire spells. Is he resistant to anything? Necrotic damage won't work, poison won't work. In that case, let me do a cute little lightning bolt. Hang on, are people outside? I don't want to hit anyone outside by accident. I think I'm okay. That was 51 damage. Okay. He's only got 5 hit points left. I think we're going to do this.
Fresh
She
orders.
says optimistically. Let me see if the Deva can bonk him. I'm going to get an attack of opportunity, but I'm just going to take it. Okay, come on, fly over here. Right, all you have to do is 5 hit points of damage. You've got this, mate. Don't miss. Dirge is inspired. He's not even here. Okay. Good job. Let's go and face off with this guy, and we might get an opportunity attack on him if we're lucky.
My victims
right,
await.
Minthara, girl, bestie, I love you so much. Let's go ahead and start smiting these people. Yeah, level 3 Divine Smite on this one here. Look at the power elves. Done. I love her. I love her. Mother. Let me try a level 2 on this guy. He's got 53 hit points. He had 53 hit points. Action Surge. He's absolutely cleaning up. Can we get to this one here? We can. Yeah, let's go in level 3.
By my oath.
Oh, he's still standing? Not for long. I love her. Wait till we just rumble. I'm going to go ahead and Misty Step into melee with this one if I can. Again, in the hopes of getting an opportunity attack. And that's what I've got. Hey, what are you going to do? Saved. Again, I've got a lot of advantages on my attack rolls. Sorry, terrible camera angles. I tried the Dreadful Glare on Will, but I don't think it succeeded. No, we're good. Okay, Shadowheart. Why can't you take your action? Because you did Firebolt to initiate combat. I remember now. Do you know what? Probably just do a little bit of healing. Because you can. Why not?
Forever
Okay, Will. Please can you also start Divine Smiting? Level 3 Divine Smite. Ow! Withering Cup, might as well. Not quite as powerful as Minthara, unfortunately, but we can go again. And again. I don't know why it's letting me do spell slots that I... Oh yeah, look, level 3 Warlocks. Oh my god, it let me do it as level 3 spell slots, but I've also got Warlock spell slots, so I can keep doing it. god, this crew are so overpowered. It is literally ridiculous. Let's go.
Watch and learn.
Of course. Hi. How's it going? Okay, run, run, run. Yeah, opportunity attack, let's go. Divine Smite, let's go. They don't stand a chance, quite frankly.
You will break.
Of course. I'm having too much fun. I love playing as Minthara with the Deva Mace. It's insane.
Is truly banished. He will not trouble this plane again.
Now the lovely thing about this is if we watch. If we're patient, can you see them? Can you see them coming? Look! The zombies come back! So the 4 zombies that we found around town.
He's gone. He's really gone. I don't know how to thank you. We can finally be free. Here, please take this. I think it's valuable. And I won't need it. Not now Carrion's gone.
Okay, I think I need to burp. I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to help one of Carrion's customers, Oscar. He's been possessed.
I don't know how to do exorcisms yet, but feel free to look through Carrion's records. Perhaps you'll find something of use there.
I'm sure we'll figure it out. Do you have anything to trade?
Yes. I think I'll pick up where Carrion left off. A city like this needs a medium.
I love it, and he lived happily ever after with all his friends. Okay, so he has got some cool stuff. I don't think we need any of those things. We could get another night orchid for Shadowheart, but I don't think we need to. I think we're good. All right, bestie. Good luck with your future endeavours. Morbus?
I should speak up.
I will get a bedroom of my own now. I can keep lovely things in it for when sister can visit.
I hope his sister does come to visit. Faerun.
A toast to your kindness and to Carrion rotting in his grave.
Yeah, no love lost between them. He was a bit of a baddie. Morbus we spoke to. Thrumbo. Lombard I don't think we spoke to, did we?
We love each other.
Think Carrion's corpse would make a good punching bag?
Oh, I do. Yeah. He's the one who used to take, to let people punch him for money. Oh my goodness, did you hear my tummy grumble? Scroll of Animate Dead. Can I take that? No, I'll get in trouble. Because it's their stuff now. They've taken over, clearly. What's that? All maps. What's that? A key. I'll take it. Ancient Servant.
Maybe a few dead cats.
Okay, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, I don't want to fall out with Thrumbo when we've only just made friends with him. So I don't want to, like, accidentally steal his stuff. But look at all this cool stuff we're getting. Staff of Cherished Necromancy. Armour of the Sporekeeper.
Yes.
Hood of the Weave. Veil of Mourning. Rusty Key. Key. Let's take it all. Like, this is good rewards. So, Staff of Cherished Necromancy. Creatures have disadvantages on saving throws against your necromancy skills. It's also versatile. I might give it to Dirge, maybe. When the wielder kills a hostile creature with a spell, they greedily absorb its energy and gain life essence until their next long rest. What's life essence? It can use that. It can cast any necromancy spell without consuming a spell slot. Are you kidding me? That is so overpowered. So I could any necromancy spell without doing. So I could do. Like, if I equip that now, let me show you. If I equip that, I can do, like, a level, highest level, level 6, inflict wounds, even though I've not got any spell slots. I have never realised that before. Why have I never read that before? That is so overpowered. I don't know who I'm going to give that to, but I'm going to have a think about that, because that is very cool. Malefic. Actually, do you know what? Let's do The game devs took the time to write these things, so let's read them. Unlike their father, Thibault, Cherish Hollow was not afraid of zombies. Cherish was afraid of sharks, licorice, wallpaper, netherese artifacts, hats, specifically large ones, the outdoors, the indoors, hats, small, and so normal size hats are fine, it's only if they're really big or really small, and milk pails. Zombies were a bloody picnic. Veil of the Morning. Let the undead blanch with fear. Undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against you and advantage on saving throws against their actions and spells. Gives us turn undead. I don't know if that's going to be particularly useful, but nice to have. Look at them, they're just so giddy running around. And what does that say? Crafted from the celestial feathers, bottled sunlight and ink from the pages of sacred scripture. Beautiful description. It's a wonder the maker didn't hang cloves of garlic from this robe. The Antherma. I know what the word means, I can't say it. Is to the undead. Hood of the Weave. You gain a +2 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. That could be good for me, Gale, Shadowheart. Worn by the wizard Tensor when he was inducted into the Circle of Eight. After the ceremony in which his fellow wizards of Otiluk and Bigby, I know there's like the sphere is named after those, but I don't know the lore, played a trick on Tensor. The two pranksters found their party vodkas spiked with a spell that transformed their earlobes into cynical pixies. I feel like I've got a cynical pixie in my ear at all times. Like that is the voice in my head. Armor of the Sporekeeper. We don't have a Sporekeeper druid. I think this would be really cool if we did. The wearer gains a +1 to spell save DC, and when dealing necrotic damage, they deal an additional 1 necrotic damage. When imbued with yeah, we don't have a Sporekeeper druid, so we're not going to get any use out of that, unfortunately, in this playthrough. But the Staff of Chiseled Necromancy is pretty cool. Okay, let's keep looking around. Night Orchid, I guess I'll grab that. Wait, what's happened? Have I destroyed a chest accidentally? Torch of Revocation. That's what I need. That is what I'm gonna need to help out. What's his name? Well, I can't remember names. Lady Janeth and Oscar. So we should be able to solve all their problems. Ink, whatever that says. Acquisitions record, eagle feather, glass goblet. I think we destroyed a chest accidentally. And what's in here? Can I get in here? What? Why is that chest weird? Can I move it? Huh?
Don't get me trouble now.
Oh, why am I doing it? Why can't I get in it? That's really weird. Oh, I've not got... I was so used to having a Astarion with me.
A couple turns should do it.
I'll try and lockpick it myself. Give me guidance. I can take Cat's Grace, Bardic Inspiration, and Guidance. It's a high roll though. I don't know if I've got this. Yeah, no. We might have to come back with a Astarion to this. And I've not got 25. No way. I could try again. It's only Thieves' Tools. We've got loads of them. Guidance me. That sounds like a no to me. You can tell by the sound. Not quite. We can give it a few more tries.
There's too much to get done.
We might have it. We didn't get the bad noise. 20, 24, 26. Yay! Astarion taught me well. I don't know how to get in it. Open. I guess it was like a weird secret chest? I don't know why that's being so weird, but we've got the stuff out of it anyway, apparently.
At the ready.
The Torch of Revivification is what we needed. Let me have a look here. Did we pick up anything? Acquisitions record. What follows is a musty list of items, use, client, and location. Items to be acquired: Doll of the Necromancer, Reanimation, Ashtha, complicated name, Bone of Abyssal Depth, Soul Settlement, Torch of Revocation. This is what we've got. Revocation? Yeah. Burning of a Tormented Spirit's Anchor, Oscar Feverus, Baldur's Gate. So, that is what we need. Okay, we're going to leave these guys alone. I want to quickly show you upstairs now that the guy's dead, because things are a little bit better up there. Do you remember Astarion kind of got into a little bit of trouble up there with some of the ghouls? But they're friendly again now.
I have something to ask.
Time to rest.
So maybe the Lich had a bit of a hive mind on these guys. A bit like Vecna, you know? Vecna from Stranger Things. Like, you know, they were mean, but I feel like they were mean because they were following orders. Which isn't an excuse, right? I was just following orders is not an excuse. But now that the big bad guy's dead, the big mean guy, they seem quite friendly. Hi. Carpal. We can even go upstairs without being attacked.
Master gone.
I like the name Carpal for undead. That's a good name.
Mystic Carrion no more. Thrumbo in charge. Better. Much better.
I've got a little gaggle of undead that I have in my D&D campaign. And it was a similar situation where, you know, you think you're encountering undead and you have to kill them on sight, but they were basically in a similar situation where they were kind of kept prisoner by an evil necromancer who wasn't at home when my adventurers found them. And so they let them out, but they're so cute. I've got like I think I've got like 2 little zombies and a skeleton, but the skeleton is always just a pile of bones. So they carry him around. He's like their friend, but he's currently a pile of bones. So they carry him around with them. Yeah, and one of my players had to have like a little like pretend fight.
Thrumbo back.
Yeah, so it was really cute because I had this setup where one of my players was trying to become a blood hunter. He was trying to get in with this group of werewolves, but he had to do like initiations to kind of prove himself to Seluna, who was like, it was the whole initiation process. And so I had to like him go to these different, they were basically like psychic tournaments, and one of them was like in a graveyard and a skeleton popped up, but they ended up talking and they worked out it was the skeleton that was friends with and he was making some kind of deal with Seluna too, and so it's kind of like, oh, I guess we have to fight now. It works out so cute. It sounds stupid. Whenever you try and explain a D&D campaign and the things that happen in it to somebody who's not in that campaign, it just sounds like the craziest thing, and it's kind of like, why are you telling me this? But when you're actually playing it and you get into all these mad circumstances, it's so much fun. So there's a lot of stuff around. We've got a rusty dagger, red carmine mask, there's something here as well, gold pendant, but yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? Maybe we need to I was going to say, maybe we need to get these guys down in the Underdark with the vampires. But I think they're going to make a little living up here. I think they're going to do alright. I trust Thrumbo. I think he's a good guy. I don't think he's going to be like randomly murdering people for no reason. I think he's going to take care of these undead and keep them, you know, from causing too much trouble and drawing too much attention to themselves. So, Thrumbo, I bid you adieu. I think this is a happily ever after situation. I like this outcome. But we've got one more thing to do in this episode, and that is go and get this artist unpossessed. So I'm going to head over to the nearest waypoint, because they're all the way over here, Lady Janice's estate. So we're going to go here.
Can't
I'm getting tired. You can probably tell that I get...
Feel what exactly?
I don't know. I always get hungry and tired by the end of my Baldur's Gate videos, and I lose the ability to speak. I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. I do not say blah, blah, blah. Here we go. I really wish this guy had more lines. I kind of wish that we could throw Oscar under the bus, because I don't think he's good for Lady Janeth. I think her love is misplaced. And this guy's so loyal to her, so I kind of want to get her to kick Oscar out and have her kind of date this guy, because he's a sweetie petite, cutie patootie, and he's very, very loyal to her. Do we want to do a bit more fighting before we do this? Because there are some more ghosts in the basement. Or do we just want to wrap this episode up? I think it's time to wrap this episode up. Let's head in here. Yo! I probably need to save again. I get nervous. Okay. Hi!
Did you speak with Carrion? Has he provided a cure?
Oh, I killed him. He won't be inflicting any more possessions on unwitting patrons.
Did you find anything that might help Oscar?
She's like, I don't care that you killed him. Completely unaffected. Did not hear what you just said. Well, yes, I have a torch of revocation. It should be enough to dispel the spirit.
Then what are you waiting for? Do it!
Okay. Gosh, thank you would have been nice. Can I talk to him? Why is he weird? I don't know why he's glitched out. Okay, let's go. Back up to the top. So I think it's the painting that's possessed. So we need to go and free the demon from the painting. God, this was a difficult battle. If you didn't watch the last episode, go and watch it, because that, I think, is one of the most challenging fights in this game. Okay, here we go. So, I guess, do I just click it?
The portrait is ice cold to the touch, filling you with a sense of overwhelming dread. So why is the woman smiling?
I don't know. How does this work? Torch of Revocation. Let me equip that. And what if I touch it now? There we go. True exorcism.
Oscar. Where is he? Where is he? What is it?
Something tells me he might be in a little bit of trouble down there. Let's go and see what the deal is. Let's head back down. There's a lot of like up and down, I think. I think this is why people get bothered by it. It's a very like back and two. Type thing. Okay, this lady is angry. Hi, what's going on? Is everything okay? Where's Lady Janeth? Lady Janeth's been knocked out. Can I steal her cape? Right, I know I probably shouldn't be doing this, but... Oh.
Who are you? Get out! Get out!
Please, Carrie, my darling, listen to me.
You brought me here. You did this. Do not interfere. He's coming home with me.
I was just having a drink of water, actually. My work here is done. Sorry. Give me a sec. So I like that we have cleric options. Listen, you are lost and in pain. This plane is not meant for spirits.
Another one who wants to control me.
No, no.
He called me here. Trapped me. Pathetic little childish boy.
I only wished to explain myself, to make you see how...
No! Enough of your whining. Enough! Selfish, arrogant bastard of an artist. I wanted to be left in peace.
Okay, so Oscar seems like a bit of a self-obsessed jerk, to be honest. He seems to see things through his own eyes and not really understand. I don't know, it's kind of like he's romanticizing the situation rather than listening to the people who he's meant to be so in love with. Please, tell us what happened to you.
And how does that help me? Or is it just to help him? Why does everything always have to revolve around Oscar Feverus?
Oh, my sweet Carrie. What did I do to you?
Save your tears for the ethereal plane.
Okay. Leave Oscar to his fate. Kind of like, oh, well, shouldn't have messed around with it. We've got a Cleric of Illustry option. I do like to use those when they come up. Your spirit is so twisted by hate and fear, but this isn't you. You're kind and gentle. I can sense it. I don't know how, but very presumptuous of you. Let's take our Bardic Inspiration. Let's take our Guidance. Ooh. So we've got 12. We've done it. Nice.
What are you saying? You're trying to confuse me.
No.
It's so hard to think. I don't remember.
Carrie, my sweet meat. I just need to know that what you did, that it wasn't my fault.
Why am I here? I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be!
The spirit's aura flickers, changes. She is confused, lost, dragged here unwillingly by a man who refused to let her leave.
Okay, do not be shackled by your story, spirit. Share it. Let it set you free. Oh, this is a high roll. Okay, please can I have advantage on this, Shadowheart? And let's take the Bardic Inspiration again. We still have our own guidance, so this should be as good as we can get. I don't want to use friends, because they get angry with you sometimes. Give me guidance. I'm as good as Astaria with lockpicking, with persuasion checks.
Fine. If Oscar wants the truth, he can have it. We were a fling, nothing more. My decision had nothing to do with him. I did this because I was so fucking sad. All the time. Oscar finds it easier to imagine a world where women kill themselves over him than one where they have their own bloody problems.
I'm sorry, Carrie. I had no idea. But I was truly not to blame.
No, you weren't. So you and your poxy paintings stay away from me! We're done, Oscar. Over. Now let me rest in bloody peace.
Okay.
Gods, what a mess I've made of it all. My sweet Ferelia. I've been a rotten fool, haven't I?
100%.
And yet you never left my side.
It will take more than a ghost to scare me away. Though I wish you'd come to me sooner.
Like, this guy is punching above his weight here. Like, so he's a kind of, I guess, middle-class artist. You know, probably born middle class, but because he's an artist, kind of doesn't make a lot of money. And then here comes this patron who adores him, and she's so loving and so supportive. And you know, he marries into this upper class life, and you can imagine there's some difficulty with that. Like, look at Princess Diana, right? I mean, she was posh to start with, but you know, like, you can imagine that, you know, he's gonna have a bit of an inferiority complex about it, I would imagine. And then he's like romanticized this relationship with this past love and, you know, been like, oh, I truly love her, I need to figure out who I want to be with, when she's like, you didn't mean that much to me, you were a fling. And, you know, he returns to find out like what's happened to her, and to figure out like you know, who he truly loves, who does he want to be with, does he want to cast off this rich, like, I don't know, like he's landed in the lap of luxury here with Lady Janeth, and he's just kind of like, oh, maybe I want to run around with this, like, not that money's everything, right? Maybe he doesn't really love her, maybe he really truly loved the girl who's the ghost, and so he's like, I need to figure this out, right? But then he goes back and he finds out that she, again, trigger warning, like she's killed herself. And he's like, did she kill herself because she was so lovelorn over me? Like, was I her true love? And like, is it my fault that she killed herself? So out of his own guilt, that's why he's gone to Mystic Carrion and tried to like re-evoke her to kind of like get like the answer to his question. But it wasn't about him to her. She was just kind of like, I just wanted peace. I had my own problems. You were a fling. I made this decision. I want to move on, like, to another life, I guess. Like, and, you know, it's really nothing to do with you. And you've dragged me back. You've dragged me out of my peace, out of my afterlife, and brought me here. And, like, that's why she's so angry. And then through all this, Lady Janeth is just, like, standing by his side. She's like, oh, yeah, he's a poetic soul. This is just what he's like. Like, what a fucking catch. Like, I don't know. I really like Lady Janeth, although I do feel like she could do better. Like, I don't shit Oscar and Lady Janeth, honestly. I think he doesn't deserve her. I'd really love if she got together with the guy downstairs who, like, even though she was like, right, you're dismissed, my staff can go home, he's like stood at the door because he's like protecting her, he's worried about her. Like, what a loyal guy. I don't know. I like that juxtaposition as well, again, between the guy who's really loyal, even though he has no self-interest in being so, he just genuinely likes her, and then this guy who's kind of given everything on a silver plate and is ungrateful. Not that you should necessarily be grateful just because someone gives you like money and a nice lifestyle, but he's a bit of a jerk, honestly. Like he's took her for granted, he's messed her around. He doesn't deserve her love, I don't think. We could be like, about my payment. I don't think Cordia would shame her. I think she would be like, it's your choice what you do in this situation now that you know. So she'd say, what will you do now?
I'd like to stay. I confess I never felt ours was a marriage of substance. I rather thought you just liked me for my art. Throughout my ordeal, I saw how tenderly you cared for me. Even at my worst, you never left my side.
She just genuinely love him.
You were the one who saved me. I'm so sorry, my darling.
Right, listen, if you're gonna forgive him and keep him here, this better be a lesson to him. He better never do this mistake again and take her for granted again, because like he has lucked out with this lady. I want to take his side a little bit. I think Janeth deserves more than an apology for what you put her through.
A debt I'll spend a lifetime repaying. As for you, my noble friend, our account can be settled far more quickly. Come upstairs to my atelier. I promise you'll leave with something priceless. Immortality.
Oh, well, I have a bard friend who's already writing a book about me, actually. 2 bard friends who are writing a book about me, or a song about me. I think Volo's writing a book about us, and Alfira's writing a song about us, so we are going to be literally immortalized through art. Dirge has his statue. It's time for me to have a painting. I need to clean up a little bit, though. Where's my soap? Where is it? What did I do with it? Here it is. Okay, just make sure I wash the blood off before we go up there. And I'm wearing my fancy dress that I stole off Viconia, so I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah. They've just got his statue. I'm gonna get a painting. Yo!
Here she is, the hero of the hour. Brushes are oiled, the canvas prepped, and you... well, you're comfortable. That's the main thing. So, shall we begin?
You don't like my dress? Is there something wrong with what I'm wearing?
No, of course not. As an artist, I want to capture your true essence in this portrait. Bloodstains and all. Oh, of course, if you do want to freshen up first, I'm more than happy to wait. After all, it will be seen by generations to come.
I think she looks pretty good. I've used my soap. Like the bloodstains. Someone prestidigitationed me. Well, I'm happy as I am. I like that it gives you an opportunity to change your outfit and, like, you know, make sure you're presentable beforehand, because, like, looking at Will, I don't know if you can see him under my head, but Will's looking a little bit rough around the edges there. Shadowheart's perfect as always. I'm happy as I am.
Wonderful. Stand yourself just there. And voila! All it needs now is a name. Something to capture the spirit in which it was created.
The mighty defender of the arts, the ghost whisperer. I'd rather my name wasn't on it, to be quite honest. Portrait of an adventurer is fine. That's fine, I like that. I don't want to be the defender of the arts or the ghost whisperer. Yeah, let's not overcomplicate things. Portrait of an adventurer is fine.
A very traditional choice. Perfect for such a dignified hero as yourself. Please, take it in for a moment. It's not every day one's face is preserved for posterity.
Okay, so it's gone straight to my inventory. I'd like something to put it on though, so maybe I could steal... I don't know. Can I might be able to take this one. Oh, no, I think I'll get in trouble. Right, Oscar, look away for a second, please. Thank you. Okay, that's my bloody action though, isn't it? God damn it. Wait, hang on. And exit turn-based mode. Stay there for a second, Oscar. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Okay, we're good. Right. Can I need to get, like... Can I just steal the whole thing? Why can't I steal it? Ah, I need an easel. Can't be added. Why? See, this is what annoys me, because you get your painting and then you don't have anywhere to bloody put it. For crying out loud. Wait, hang on, wait. Right, let me steal the painting of Lady Janeth for a second. And now can I take the easel? No. Can I put my own picture on it? Let me get that out of my inventory, because I don't want to actually steal it, you know? I just want the easel. Crying out loud. See, I can't put anything on it now. No, no thieves. Leave. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Your light fingers have attracted attention. It seems an explanation
stealing
may be in
anything.
order.
You just give me a painting with nowhere to put it. Talk your way out of the situation. I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. I've seen nothing unusual here at all today. Everything has been perfectly normal and fine. Give me guidance. Okay.
You're
Fabulous.
all free for now, but your stories won't land so well if you're caught again.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know why we all went invisible for some unknown reason. What happened here? Nothing. It's fine. Okay, I just want to check back in with Lady Janeth for like one last time. Sorry that I'm spinning around all over the place. I'm getting lost. Like I say, there's a very up and down,
what's up for
back and forth type quest.
So,
First you save my husband, then you save our marriage. I can't tell you how grateful I am.
Are you sure you want to stay with Oscar after all this?
I'm afraid when one falls in love with an artist, such drama comes with the territory. Needless to say, Oscar won't be having anything more to do with the supernatural. One possession is quite enough for any marriage. You must take up his offer. Go to his atelier, sit for him. Then perhaps you will understand what I see in him, flawed as he is.
I actually have done. I have a cool new painting, but I hope you have a happy life together. That looks like a very comfy bed. And yeah, unfortunately, like, the Dragonborn downstairs doesn't have anything else to say. So, you know, we can't kind of like convince him to marry her instead or anything like this. And the ghosts that were in the basement are now already vanquished. They died when we ended the possession. So nothing really else to do here. I think that's pretty much it for the day. I'm quite happy with how that all went. Again, I'll try and talk to him, but I don't think we can do anything else.
Enter, if that is your wish. Personally, I would advise you against it.
Speaking about the new Divinity game, returning to the beginning of the video, they've got lizards in that game, like lizard-borns. And you see them in the trailer a little bit. They're kind of like skinny lizards. I really, really, really like the Dragonborns that they have in Baldur's Gate 3. I like the size of them. I like how they're styled. I think they look really good. I kind of wish the lizards in Divinity looked more like these Dragonborns, these lizards, rather than the kind of skinnier version that they have in Divinity. Same actually for just generally the aesthetic of that trailer. Like, the elves are very, very skinny and gawky looking. I prefer the more human looking elves. It is what it is, like, you know, but I think I like the body shapes, the style of this game a little bit more than that kind of like exaggerated style that I'm seeing in the Divinity trailer. But again, that's only a small thing. I'm sure I can look past it when I start playing. In 4 years. I think a lot can change in 4 years. And that's just the ballpark figure as well. They might do a GTA and it might be 10 years before we see this Divinity game. We'll see. Yeah, what am I doing? Let's head back to camp. In the next video, we're going to go and find Minsc. And if we've got time, I think we should start exploring that Barless Temple. But I reckon we'll probably find Minsc in the next video, have a bit of a chat with him, maybe do a couple of side things. Then we'll go and do the whole Ball thing, probably in one big video. I think that's probably something we can build up to and kind of like do as a big thing. So that's probably going to be not the next video, the video after, when we do the Ball Temple finally. And then we're kind of in the home stretch. We're gonna, after that, probably explore the docks. We'll need to go and look for this dragon, confront Gortash, and yeah, and then probably have to go and fight the Absolute. So that's kind of the loose schedule events, the loose plan for what I have in mind. So maybe 5 to 10 more videos and we might be done, she says optimistically, because it's a very big game and I always underestimate how much time it's going to take me to do stuff. But yeah, we're pretty much in the final lap, I would say now. So investigate the murders complete. What else have we got? Free the artist is complete. The Grand Duke, is it complete? I don't know, we'll see. Mystic Carrion complete. House of Grief. Look at all this stuff that we've done. So yeah, we're getting close to the finish line for sure now. We need to go and get Halsin back. That's another thing we need to do. We need the full team to fight the Absolute. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, sorry that they're a bit few and far between at the moment. There's just a lot on. It's Christmas time. I've got a lot to do. So yeah, I will get back to it as soon as I can, and I will see you again soon. Have a lovely rest of your holidays. Happy New Year, however you celebrate, and I will see you again soon. Friends!
Call me a god. about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession, I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex, haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me
Part of the show? Praise the absolute.